Okay, give it 5 seconds and you're good.
What's going on, guys? TGIF! Welcome to another Reality Skewed Gamers Battlefront stream. I am Vancele. We're going to be doing some more Battlefront 1 today. Probably going to do some DLC for the day, so we'll do some Death Star and Scarif DLC. Alright, let's see. Well, you know what, first, let's go back to my collections and see if we got anything from yesterday. Went and saw Solo yesterday. I was super pleased with the movie. No spoilers though for 2 weeks, guys. So if you guys do any spoilers for the Solo movie, you guys will get a temporary ban. So please, no spoilers. But all I want to say about the movie, it was a lot better than I expected, and I recommend seeing it. Especially if you guys watch Clone Wars or Rebels, you guys are gonna love this movie. There's little Easter eggs and little nods sprinkled throughout the whole film, so you guys are really going to enjoy it. What's going on, Owens? What's up, Overlord? Alright, let's see if I have any credits to unlock anything. Let's see. Oh, we have to be... Oh, we're not even close. Jeez. Oh, we're close to getting Death Star officer. Alright, so... let's start with some Scarif. What's up, Mark? Owen says, better than Rogue One? You know what? Solo and Rogue One are like neck and neck as far as quality. Rogue One does more like a, oh my god, like awe, shock and awe factor. You know, I would say it's a more serious tone, but Solo is like, it complements what Rogue One wasn't. Like, Solo has a bit of comedy in it. Han and Chewie are fantastic in this movie. I mean, Lando's great. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's quite as good as Rogue One, but it's right up there. I mean, it is really close. Mark says it also tells us maybe why they have delayed the DLC for Solo Season, I think. Could be. They could have just delayed the Solo Season because there isn't one. Oh, man. Ugh. I really wish they had free DLC for this game, because finding a Rogue One map is going to be a little bit difficult, I think. How about better than Last Jedi? So The Last Jedi was a bit of a, 50-50. Half the fan base liked it, half the fan base hated it. I'm kind of in the middle on The Last Jedi. There's some parts of it I like, there's some parts I really do not like, but I would say, yeah, I enjoyed Solo more than The Last Jedi. I think it was pretty good. All the acting performances were great. There was only like 2 things I really didn't like about the movie. I'm not gonna say what those things are because they could be considered spoilers, but it was great. I really enjoyed Solo, and I hope we get to see more spin-offs movies like this, because the spin-offs are doing really well. Possible new hero and factions. Possible. I mean, I really don't know. God, it sounds like there's only one other person. Okay, let's try the Death Star. Let's try Death Star. Rogue One we might have to wait till later at night when kids get out of school and people get out of work for Scarif. What about the Droid on Saki Wookiee spinoff? No. We're not doing that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys watched, I think if you haven't seen Rebels or Clone Wars or Rogue One for that matter, you might be a little bit confused in this movie because there is so many. Oh my God, only one other person really. There are so many little Easter eggs, and they mention characters like throughout the film, and it's really cool how they do that because they'll say someone's name and they'll say what happened to that character, and you're just like, oh, that's so cool. I know that person, so really well done. Probably more Clone Wars nods and Easter eggs than anything else. There was like one or two things about Rogue One, few Rebels Easter eggs, but a lot of Clone Wars stuff. A lot. Damn. Might have to try the DLC later in the night. Okay, let's try Bespin. We're going down the line here. And for those that don't know, Ranger is gone for the weekend, so that's why we're doing Battlefront 1. He should be returning Monday or Tuesday, and then we'll go back to Battlefront 2 with him. Hey, there we go. We got some Bespin action. Sweet. We got Han Yolo on our team. Look at that. Han Yolo. Sabotage. I do not remember how this game mode works, but we're here to learn. Oh yeah, Owens, that's not even a spoiler at all. No. So this movie takes place about roughly 9-10 years before A New Hope. So if you watch Star Wars Rebels, it's about five or 6 years before Star Wars Rebels. So that's kind of where the timeline is. Han Solo's like, I don't think they say his age in the movie, but he's like, I want to say he's in his late teens or early 20s in this film. So he's still a kid, kinda. Alright, let's change up this class real quick. It's cooling. Access jetpack. Thermal detonator, and we'll do scout pistol. Oh, and Jones says, would it be worth it to get Battlefront 1 and 2 when I get an Xbox One? I would say Battlefront 2, yes. The only reason I would not advise getting Battlefront 1 is because, like, a few minutes ago, I couldn't get into the Scarif or Death Star DLC because, a lot of people never bought those DLCs. And a lot of people don't play this game anymore, so Battlefront 2, I'd say you're good. Plus, Ranger doesn't have Battlefront 1, so when Ranger comes back, if you want to ever play with us, you can definitely group up in Battlefront 2 a lot easier. I think you can get Battlefront 2 really cheap now. I think it's like $30 at most.
explosive. Charge neutralized. Defend those positions. Enemies in the zone.
Damn.
Defend the Tabana gas generators. We're outnumbered.
How much converted into euros? Oh god,
Planted
I
an
have no idea.
explosive on the generator. Disarm it.
Whatever a video game normally costs for you guys, I would say no more than half is what you should have to pay. Prices have gone down on this game pretty quickly. Well, this one and Battlefront 2. What's up, Rayside Piece?
Is in countdown mode. Disarm it.
If you guys have any questions about
Getting away. Stop
Battlefront 1, 2, Galaxy Heroes, or solo movie, but no spoilers, definitely throw them down there.
incoming rebels.
Oh, pounds not euros. Oh, I'm looking at my phone, my bad.
The rebels are heading to their
X is a little bit
extraction
small for
point.
me. I just saw the little the E with the symbol down the middle. Oh my god, Chewie. Let's go with big boy rifle.
Shoot down this rebel scum.
One to 10 rank on solo. I'd give it a solid 8. Yeah, it was pretty decent. Okay, this gun is not very good. Shoot it once and you're dead. Oh.
Destroy these rebels before they escape.
This gun kicks really hard. There we go. Oh my god. Let's see. E11. Do I believe it's worth destroying an evil power at the indirect cost of 3 trillion lives? No. It's a lot of lives.
The Alliance troops are close to their extraction point. Take them out.
Jeez. So fast. Oh wow, didn't even make it. Oh boy. If I follow Legends, I would hate the Rebels. I do hate the Rebels, but I don't remember them sacrificing 300 trillion lives. I don't think there's even any lives in Star Wars. Unless it's like a bunch of like microscopic tiny people. We get Walker Assault next. Walker Assault's kind of fun on Bespin. A little bit weird seeing an AT-AT walk through Cloud City, but you know. Owen says they destroyed the Empire, which was fully prepared and capable of defeating the Yuzhan Vong, which war without the Empire caused the death of 300 trillion lives, which a war, again, I meant. Legends, I'm more big on the Old Republic stuff. Not really old canon Legends. There's a couple old canon Legends I'm familiar with, like the whole Kyle Katarn stuff and Thrawn's original backstory, but that's probably it. Forget that last part. I already forgot about it, Jones. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I wish I can go into spoilers about Solo, but not for 2 weeks. But no spoilers for 2 weeks. But man, there's so much to talk about that film, and just, you know, what they're gonna do next as far as a spinoff. Legends film would have been way better, I think. I think that's what Disney's trying to do. I think they definitely acknowledge that there's better stories in Legends. They're trying to ease Legends into the general public because so like this movie, for example, like I said, unless you've watched Clone Wars, Rebels, Rogue One, you know, like, you know, other than the traditional episodic films, you're gonna feel completely lost. You're not gonna know what's going on as far as the timeline, the state of the galaxy. So this is probably the biggest Legends, biggest like film that, you know, kind of piggybacks off the content of the TV shows. So like I said, if you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, there's so many like cool things in Solo that you're gonna know about that most people won't. I think if they went straight into like Legends movies, the people that know about it are gonna freak out and love it. But the general public that's completely oblivious to it, they're gonna feel lost and confused. And if you do that with your audience, you're not gonna make as much money. I think there's definitely other Star Wars trilogies, like Ryan Johnson, he's doing a trilogy. The dudes that are writing Game of Thrones, when they're done with Game of Thrones, they're getting a trilogy. Or a series, something like that. So I think we'll definitely get to Legends at some point, but not yet. Oh yeah, Ray Sideways. I'm not doing any spoilers. All I'm saying is I love the film, and if you've seen Rebels, Clone Wars, Rogue One, you're gonna like. There's a lot of Easter eggs sprinkled through this film, and it's really, really cool. Not saying you need to see Clone Wars to understand it, but you'll have a better experience if you watch those shows. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Clone Wars references. They talk about. I mean, it's hard for me not to go into spoilers because there's so many. But they talk about certain characters from Clone Wars. They talk about just little nods and tidbits. It's really cool. So yeah, like I can't really go into it because I don't want to spoil it. But it's like I said, all I can say is if you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, you're gonna really enjoy this film. Some really cool stuff they throw in here. Ooh, that's a nice throw. Yeah, this movie takes place closer to Clone Wars than Rebels, I think. It takes place about 5 or 6 years before Star Wars Rebels, and about 10 years before A New Hope. So, a little bit closer to the Clone Wars era. Or the end of the Clone Wars, at least. Yeah, you'll be fine. I think there's less Rebels references. There's a lot more. It's more Clone Wars heavy because, like I said, it's closer to that time period. There's a few Rogue One stuff and references too, which is I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, I agree with side piece. That's what I was saying. Like general public probably won't enjoy this film as much as the fans. I think if you're a Star Wars fan, you watch all the shows and movies. This film is catered to you. General public, like there's certain parts of the movie where you're just gonna be like, what? They're gonna be a little bit confused, and I don't want to say where because again, I'm not doing any spoilers, but I'll do my best to just, try to stay as vague as possible for you guys. 2 weeks, then we can talk about the film. What the heck just happened to my phone? How long will I be streaming? I don't know, probably a little bit longer today. Might jump to Battlefront too. Today to do some ships, because I know some of you guys have been asking for ships, and Ranger's not really ship friendly, so I'm trying to hit all the content that Ranger doesn't normally do.
The rebel scum has pushed through and taken a control point.
E3, yep. I'll slip once. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. Like, there's some really, really awesome stuff I want to talk about, but if I talk about it, it won't be as awesome when you guys see it. That's for sure.
Rebels in the area.
Jeez. What's up? What else? Yeah, I thought it was a great movie as well. Remember, no spoilers for 2 weeks. But yeah, we're just talking about how you know, if you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, there's a lot of Easter eggs. Just for that audience. It's pretty cool. Practical effects too in the movie were really well done. I mean, there's obviously CGI because it's a Star Wars movie, but the practical effects part of it was awesome. I really appreciate when they do that in films. Like the prequels were all CGI, but there were some really awesome practical effects and cosmetics and makeup done in this movie. Yeah, I thought this was probably one of his better films that he's done in a while, because he's done a couple films past like 5 years that never really weren't really that great. Yeah, I think Ron Howard did a really good job.
Taking command of the final control point. They must be stopped.
Damn. But yeah, guys, let me know if you guys want to see me play today. Like I said, I can hop back over to Battlefront 2, do ships later. I'll try to do Scarif and the Death Star sometime today, but when I was trying to find a match earlier, there's only one other person who wanted to play it, so...
Control point.
Rebels sighted.
And they just released another, only release, but they're, I think Arnold put out a video about Kira, the female, girl from female girl. Wow, that sounds stupid. The girl from from Solo. She'll be coming to Galaxy of Heroes soon, so might be getting more characters from Solo in Galaxy of Heroes. That'll be cool. What the heck am I shooting right now? Super weird. Cypher says Obi-Wan's the next Star Wars story that they're doing. I would like to see an Obi-Wan movie. You know, okay, this is the closest thing I will say to a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler unless you're really anal about it, but you know, Alden Ehrenreich, the guy that played Han Solo, they signed him for 3 films. And I know a lot of industries do that now, where like in case the movie does really well, they sign them for extra films. That way, you know, the movie takes off, they'll be like, hey, let's do another one. I don't know if Obi-Wan's gonna be the next spin-off movie, but I really wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy of a young Han Solo because of how well the movie was. I mean, I don't know if that's really a spoiler. I don't think it is because, you know, obviously Han and Chewie end up in, you know, they're fine and they end up in A New Hope. But no, I wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy or at least a sequel to the Han Solo movie. It really explores an area of Star Wars that hasn't been explored yet, and yeah, I mean, it's just you just got to see the film and kind of decide for yourself. But Obi-Wan, yeah, I would like to see an Obi-Wan film, but I don't know if they're gonna do it just yet, at least. Raid side piece, that was like the stupidest spoiler ever, if you consider that a spoiler. That's public information, actually, that they signed him for 3 films. Not a spoiler. Yeah, Mark, I'm not sure if they're gonna do, because there was a rumor that came out today that said, I forget, I was like James McGold or something like that is gonna direct the Boba Fett movie. Again, it's a rumor. They've been saying a Boba Fett movie forever. They even talked about a Yoda movie like a couple years back, and everyone was like, what the hell are they gonna do with a Yoda movie? And then Han Solo, we got a Han Solo spin-off that out of nowhere, like nobody even asked for a Han Solo movie, but we got it and it was pretty decent. Next spin-off movie, I mean, I'd like to see an Obi-Wan movie, but at the same time, I would really like to see a sequel to this one, Han Solo movie. So I don't know what Disney's gonna do. I mean, now that Infinity War's out of the way, hopefully they can pump the brakes on Marvel for a little while. Well, no, Infinity War's not out of the way. That's right. Infinity War Part 2 comes out next year, but after Part 2 comes out, maybe they can slow down the Marvel movies and do a little bit more Star Wars stuff. Yeah, what else? I was thinking the same thing. If they did a Boba Fett movie, Han could be in it, but it wouldn't be Han's movie. I agree. I think that's definitely a possibility. Or you could go either way. I mean, they could have a sequel to the Han Solo movie, and Boba Fett could just have his normal Boba Fett role where he's in it for 5 minutes and he's awesome. Can go either way. But if they did a Boba Fett movie, it'd be interesting. Would they do a Boba Fett movie after he gets out of the Sarlacc pit? Or would they do it around the time period of Solo? You know, like before Rogue One, before Rebels, before all that stuff. Like maybe like a young Boba Fett, I guess. Right, Mark. Yeah, he could just have similar parts in other spin-off films. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I want to see more. Boba Fett after Return of the Jedi or before A New Hope? I would say before A New Hope because we're getting a lot of content pretty soon. Next year, we're gonna get 2 TV shows for Star Wars. They're going to be taking place after Return of the Jedi. You know, the live action show is going to take place 7 years after Return of the Jedi. And then we're also getting Star Wars Resistance, the animated series, on Disney XD. That's going to be taking place 3 years before Force Awakens, if I'm not mistaken. So they can easily throw Boba Fett in those shows and it'd be fine, but I think seeing a young Boba Fett would be pretty cool. Especially if you got to see all the other bounty hunters, like the young Boss, well not a young Boss, but, you know, after Clone Wars Bosk and after Clone Wars Dengar.
It is vital to this mission that you take down those Tabana gas generators.
Stormtroopers ahead!
Oops, that was a mistake. I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of tunes from the Solo movie. But yeah, from the TV shows, yeah, I think we'll get a lot from the TV shows. Like, I think with Star Wars Resistance, the animated show, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more Resistance and a lot more First Order. And the live-action show that takes place after Return of the Jedi, they don't really say what it's about yet. So, you know, we'll see. As far as a Solo film, I don't think we're gonna get more than like 5 or 6 characters, kind of like Rogue One. You know, maybe like 2, 3 villains, or not villains, but dark side characters, and like 5 or 6 light side, just like Rogue One. So. And then we're supposed to be getting more Last Jedi characters too. I don't know when theirs are ever going to come out, but we've been talking about that they're not done with The Last Jedi. Even though I think most people are.
We've armed and charged. Stay close to it. Watch out for enemy soldiers. Good work. Now keep the Imperials out of our way.
Oh wow. Can I tell you guys why Obi-Wan movie's being barned around? Because Ewan McGregor keeps getting seen as Obi-Wan look at the moment. I don't know. I don't know why they're not doing it. I mean, Ewan McGregor is aging into the role perfectly, which is, I mean, I would think a director's dream to have, you know, an actor age perfectly into the role that he's trying to portray as, but, I don't know why they're not doing it. I mean, it's Disney right now. They're focused on what makes them money and what they want to do, and Kathleen Kennedy is kind of the root of all evil right now for that, so, yeah, I really have no words on why they're not doing an Obi-Wan movie and why it's been, like, rumored, like, all over the place.
We've armed and charged. Stay close to it.
Yeah, Dryden Voss, he's the blah blah blah. Paul Bentley's character in Solo. Yeah, it'd be cool to get him. Dark Side Scoundrel, because we are getting a lot of light side scoundrels right now, and I know the Bounty Hunters just got a rework in Galaxy Heroes, but you know, another Dark Side Scoundrel wouldn't be bad either. It'd be really cool if I don't know if you guys have seen Kira's kit yet, but she has a leader for Scoundrels now. So Scoundrels have a new leader. It'd be cool if Dryden got a leader ability, so you know, you don't have to always run Bounty Hunter leaders for Dark Side Scoundrels.
Get the stormtroopers away from our objective.
So lost. Where? There
You need to keep pressure.
we go. Jeez. Yeah, Ray's side piece. They just need to insert Ray, and yeah, I'm sure Ray's gonna have a small cameo in the animated show.
Good work. Now keep the Imperials out of our way.
These jetpacks work so differently than Battlefront 2. I think I might switch to Battlefront 2 in a bit and do some ships. Very side pieces might actually have a heart palpitation. Oh, well, that's what happens when you chat. Walk into a mine. Palpitation if Ewan doesn't get the role. Yeah. If they did someone else for Obi-Wan, I think there'd be a giant frenzy of angry fans.
This place is crawling with stormtroopers.
Jetpacks, I'm not used to them. Oh, jeez. He's currently filming a desert theme movie that's not Star Wars. He's probably thinking to himself too. He's like, God, I wish I was in a Jedi robe right now.
The explosives have been disarmed. It is imperative we take those generators down.
Yeah, Ewan's really talented. I mean, he's produced. Oh my God! Scattergun. Yeah, he's produced. He's I think he's directed too, but he's a really talented guy. He's really great on Fargo, playing two roles at the same time. If we can get somebody with us. Oh, it's this control.
The Empire will soon have us surrounded. Give it everything you've got.
Blowing up. Oh
Progress
jeez.
has been halted.
Mark says, I can see now the group of heroes, new series of heroes. Did you land on Jakku for something part info? Hit from the bad guys, they meet young scavenger ray. Yeah, probably. Something along that lines.
Enemies ahead.
Cool thing is they got Phasma and Poe to do a little bit of voice acting in the new series, so I don't know if they'll be main characters or have smaller roles, kind of like how Tarkin had in Rebels. Kind of shows up at the end of the season and for a few episodes. At least Dave Filoni's in charge of it, so I mean, I really did not want to see Star Wars Resistance. I was like, I don't want to see a show about that timeline, but Dave Filoni's doing it, so I trust the dude. You know, he was the guy that was in charge of Clone Wars and Rebels, so he's got a lot of credibility. Dude definitely knows what he's doing, and he's actually a really nice guy. I've met him Star Wars convention one time. He's really cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna switch to Battlefront 2, and then we'll come back to Battlefront 1 later in the day and see if you know, we'll give Scarif one more shot first, actually. We'll try Scarif, and then we'll hop over to Battlefront 2. Just dies so much easier in Battlefront 1. It's a little bit different. Smaller role according to the guy who plays Poe. yeah. Phasma and Poe are gonna get even smaller roles than they had in the movies. That's right. Yeah, in Dave we trust, Ray Side Piece. That is right. If only he was in charge of the films, too. Yeah, Dave loves Star Wars. He's yeah, you know, it's really cool when you have people like that working on Star Wars. You know, like, so for example, Kathleen Kennedy, you know, she's worked for Disney for years and years before they even got Star Wars. She's just been a big Disney producer. Star Wars isn't a cash grab to her. I mean, she cares about it, and she tries to show that she cares about it, but deep down, I think that Kathleen Kennedy sees this as a big money-paying job that she enjoys doing, but she doesn't have that Star Wars fan passion like Dave Filoni would. I think the three people I've met from Clone Wars, I've met Dave Filoni, I've met Ashley Eckstein, she's the voice of Ahsoka. She's so sweet, one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. And then I've met Matthew Wood a couple times. Matt Wood is, he does General Grievous's voice, and he also does, like, all the sound effects for, like Rebels, Star Wars. He's done a couple things for The Force Awakens, so, all three of them have been, like, in love with Star Wars for all their lives, and they pour every ounce of their passion into Clone Wars and Rebels, which I think is, really cool. It almost gives you that reassurance that the show's not going to be bad. Alright, let's try Scarif. Come on. There's got to be at least one lobby that we can get into for Scarif. No! One other person. Alright, we'll wait a few minutes, maybe we'll get 30, what is that, 33 more people? Damn. I remember even when Scarif came out, it was hard finding lobbies because, the DLC separated a lot of people in this game. Not everyone bought the DLC because a lot of people didn't like Battlefront 1. Well, we got 4. Now we're back to 3. Damn it. And back to 2. You can't even do a private match on Scarif either, which sucks. Scarif is probably one of the coolest maps in this game. So I'd be saying I'd like to see the Thrawn book turn into a movie. Yeah. I haven't read it yet. I've been meaning to read it. It's been on my list of books to read. I think they're doing a sequel for it too. Last I heard. The Thrawn comic book though looks pretty interesting. How he like kind of enlists, well not really enlists, but how he joins the Empire. Thrawn origin story would be really cool, I think. And who knows, maybe we'll find out what happens to Thrawn in one of these TV shows. Alright. Give it another 30 seconds. If we don't get like 4 people in here, I'll just switch to Battlefront 2. Or, you know what, I'll try the Death Star one more time. I said I'll try Death Star one more time, and then we'll switch to Battlefront 2 here in a sec. Thrawn and Vader versus the Rebels book too. Yeah, I know. I know the Rebels ties into it. I know like the book talks about Governor Price and mentions some of the Rebels. That's what I've heard. I know. I'll probably read over the summer because I'm only doing like 3 units, so give me something to do and read over the summer. Well, this lobby's a little bit more promising. See if we can get more people, though. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with like the 5 or 6 Star Wars movies they have planned after Episode 9. I know that's way down the road. They haven't even started writing those films yet, but the Rian Johnson trilogy, I'm not really interested in, but the Game of Thrones guys, I'm really curious to see what they come up with. 'Cause, you know, Game of Thrones is amazing. You know, once they finish Game of Thrones, they said they're, you know, going full on Star Wars mode after that. But who knows? That could change. But hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they keep going, because I think Episode 9 has had. I know it's being directed by J.J. Abrams, but I want to say it's its third director already before they even started filming. Because they're supposed to start filming, I believe, this summer for Episode 9, and then the whole plan is to debut the trailer next year in April at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. Alright. This isn't happening. Let's do Battlefront 2. Alright, let's do some ships. Because like I said, Ranger doesn't do any ships, but if you guys want to see any other game modes, just throw them down in chat and we'll play them today. No, Ryan didn't lose the trilogy. I mean, people were saying that he shouldn't do it, but you know, Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson are still, like, you know, cool about it. You know, it's sad as it sounds. There was a moment where I almost wanted Solo to fall on its face. Like, I wanted this movie to do so bad because Kathleen Kennedy fought for the story so hard. And when she fired the directors, and then she got you know, the Lego movie directors, I forget their names. And then she got Rian Johnson. I'm like, God, I hope this movie does so bad because everyone wants an Obi-Wan film, and she's not listening to everybody. And you know, when this movie doesn't make money, she'll you know, get in trouble with Disney. But nope, the Solo movie was pretty good. They did something right. Yeah, Overlord, I can send you an invite. Heroes vs. Villain challenges? Let's see. Defeat Boba Fett as Han Solo. Okay. Defeat an enemy hero. Defeat 10 enemies or Boba. Oh my god. I already have that emote. Defeat 10 dark side. Wow, there is just nothing but heroes versus villains right now. Okay. Defeat Boba Fett as Han Solo. That'd be much easier doing Battlefront 1. Defeat enemy hero as Chewbacca and Rey. Defeat enemy and hero Showdown as Chewbacca. Okay. Enemies are either Boba Fett. Stupid. Dark side heroes. Alright. I'll do a little bit of heroes versus villains, then we're gonna jump into ships, because I haven't done ships in forever. Why can't I invite you to game? Okay. Alright, we'll do some heroes showdown, I guess, since we got these challenges. We'll do it for a bit, and then, well, it's all heroes versus hero showdown. We'll try hero showdown for a little bit, and then we'll do some ships. Mark says 3-shot him on my first game in Takadana this morning. The guy never used his jetpack. Well, good for you. I'm glad you got an easy Boba Fett kill. Han Solo. Yeah, Ranger and I went up against the Boba Fett earlier in the week, like that, where I don't know if it was first time playing or just didn't know how the jetpack worked, but the dude, it's weird when you see Boba Fett walking around. He wasn't even sprinting; he was walking around. I was like, something's wrong here. What's up, Owens? Welcome back. What have you missed? We tried getting into Scarif, Owens, and we tried doing the Death Star, but no one's playing that right now, so we switched to Battlefront 2. We're going to do some Heroes Showdown for a bit, and then switch over to ships. Probably do like three rounds of Heroes Showdown. What's up, Wargle? Yeah, I hope you guys are taking advantage of double drops and Galaxy Heroes today. I finished off my Spirit, which was pretty cool. So now I'm working on Marauder, Cantina. Probably should be doing mods, but I'm so lazy about mods. And then for hard nodes, I'm doing Holdo. I'm only doing Holdo because she's got the stun guns on her node. I'm doing Holdo and Scion right now for hard nodes. I gotta kill Boba Fett. My main mission. Also, I gotta protect Luke.
Be sneakier next time.
Oh, God. Come on. Let your guard down. Oh, jeez. I didn't think about that, did I? Roll! Okay. That was terrific. Oh, why does Han look weird? So in Battlefront 2, the storyline, Han grows a beard. So when you play the campaign for Battlefront 2, Han's like No Shave November. So that's just one of the different skins in this game. Yeah, I know he looks a little different, but he's got a beard.
Luke Skywalker let his anger get the better of him.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go Rey. There's a challenge for Rey. Yeah, Mark says my team killed Boba Fett 5 times for each of You never even used the dodge ability. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's that glitch where his jetpack doesn't work anymore, but I could be wrong. I mean, it only happened to me like once or twice. I never even knew about the glitch when it was around, but I think it could be lingering. Jeez. Oh, you're in trouble, buddy. Woo! Very nice, Overlord. Alright, let's see. Little Lando. World Girl says, yep, I maxed out on my mumps pretty quick. Mine aren't maxed out, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Once I have mods for my arena team and a couple raid teams, I'm kind of like over it. Owen says, how do you decide if it's Luke from Hoth? So, when you're at the main screen of this game, you can choose the outfits, and that's the outfit you'll always have when you play as that character.
Watch your senses, huh?
Any weapon here? Imperial Special Forces.
kicking butt.
7% chance of survival.
They nerfed the Millennium Falcon and Galaxy Heroes, doesn't do multi-attack anymore with thrust. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's a nerf. It's more like they changed a lot of ships. I mean, most of the ships end up getting nerfed only because, you know, 3v3, gotta make it fair. You can't have one ship take out, like, two ships at, like, one ability. That's kinda strong right there.
Enough, I say.
Sick push, Maul. Ah!
Another tough loss for Dark Hall.
Set the blow.
Woohoo! Very nice. Why are there only 4 players in this one? Yeah, that's what Mark said. Yeah, so this is like the new mode that came out like 2 weeks ago. It's like it's called Hero Showdown. So the way this game mode works is it's 2v2, and when you win a round, those 2 heroes become locked, meaning you have to win with other heroes. So it forces you to have a diverse roster. So like those are the 3 heroes I used. I used Lando, Rey, and Han. So since I won with those people, they were locked for both me and my partner. But if you lose, you can use those heroes over and over again. But it's an elimination game. It's supposed to be a lot quicker. That's pretty much it. Who here plays Galaxy Heroes? I'm going to recommend it. Probably like 90% of the people that watch our Battlefront streams do Galaxy Heroes. No, and you can only play it on a phone or tablet. Well, you can play it on a PC if you download the emulator. There's websites like BlueStacks. BlueStacks is the one that's I can know off the top of my head, but there's some emulators that you can play Android games on your laptop. So you can definitely play it on PC, but it's going to have the same quality as a tablet or your phone. It's not going to get any better.
The balance of the Force is in flux. It's up to the heroes of the galaxy to defend the light against the villains of the dark side. Let the show begin.
Never thought you'd run to the rebel soul. You're not worth playing fair. Not done with this. There's a price for your head.
Han Solo should have stayed in the Falcon.
Not waste my time. Cannot flee.
Easy. Easy. Yeah, the last update was pretty big, but I still think they make it pretty easy for new players to play because now they have a lot of tutorial modes. that also rewards shards, which is really cool. So anytime the game gives you shards as an early player or a new account, that's always a really good thing. So and you got to remember, Wargle, you know, if you're at level 85, you're gonna have all those challenges completed that they just rewarded us. So newer players will have easier challenges, so they'll get a lot of rewards early in the game. Yeah, game's super awesome. It's a great free-to-play game. You do not have it to be a big spender to be successful in the game. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Plus, you know, if you ever get on the RSG Discord, you can watch all the other weekly news videos we do on the YouTube channel. Yeah, the community is great, though, for the game. There's a lot of nice people. People are always trying to help each other out. Great. Woohoo! Alright, we go mall. My mic is going weird? Okay, hold on. How about now? Well, you know, I can check right now, actually. Alright. Should have fixed the problem. Hahaha! Nope.
Accept your fate.
Oh, wow. My computer terminal saved his life. Nice, Overlord. Oh, hey, what's up, Clone Troop? Owen Jones says, can you join other people to play? Kinda. You can be in guilds with other people, but you can't, like, play side by side. You're always gonna be playing you against the AI. But, you know, there are raids where you guys do work together, but not at the same time. Still sounding weird? Okay. Good now? Okay. Let me try something mic real quick. Okay, how's that? I don't know what happened to my mic. My mic's just super old, so I probably gotta get a new one here. Shove my mic down my throat like Grande does? No. just heard myself on the phone, so it sounds good on YouTube. Yeah, let me know if it happens again. I don't know what that is. No, you can still hear it? Huh.
Please join me in welcoming today's contestants. They have joined us here in this arena, coming from all corners of the galaxy to do battle across the eras. May the best side prevail.
Alright, let's see.
I can feel them.
Do not overestimate your foe.
I'm not here to run your squad. Too bad! Not the fight I will come.
Hmm.
Don't get sloppy.
Without me,
Surrender.
test my patience.
Oh.
There's a price on your
The greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy is history.
Oh, why did I stop blocking? I didn't think he was gonna chase me. Oh boy. Every time I speak, this does it. It's probably my mic. Yeah, I'll have to get a new mic probably soon. I've had this thing for like 5 years, so it's a pretty old headset. Hey, what's up, Mole?
Right there. A bounty hunter. Reptilian. Careful.
Reptilian? Okay.
Stop it.
Hey, Vancele.
What's up?
Oh my god, did you see the Han movie? You saw the Han movie, right?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I have to spoil it. I have to.
No.
Yes.
Finn,
Okay. I'm sorry.
Finn, Finn.
Han lives.
Finn.
Han lives. Han lives.
Oh my god.
You know the funny part is there's a generation of people where telling them Han lives is a spoiler. It makes me sad.
Han dies.
It's so sad that that's actually could be a spoiler for certain people.
I mean, he dies though.
Yeah, I know. Eventually.
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 Everybody dies eventually.
Not Revan.
Not Yoda, apparently.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Like, no, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
Finn.
I was like, I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, dude, don't you dare! I swear, I will end the stream somehow.
Little trick a friend taught me.
Jeez. Am I it? I'm it. Okay, well, time to run back.
So many targets.
Oh boy. Woo.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, dude, don't you dare. I was like, what? Did he just drink like 5 cups of coffee? Like, what the hell just happened?
I am not gonna spoil the movie.
Hope not. Lord. Doing a damn good job keeping chat like
Vader.
calm and everything, and no.
Time to make it explode.
Yeah, Jesus. Let's create an illusion.
Hey, Ray side piece. It was a good movie, though.
Hell yeah. I'm probably gonna go see it again on Monday.
I'm trying to decide when I want to see it again.
I mean, if I could see it, I would go today, but I know the movie theater's gonna be packed today, and I'm just like, nah. It was nice. I went to a super late showing yesterday. I think I went and saw it at 10:30, and theater was full, but like, it wasn't like crowded. Like the movie theater wasn't crowded. Like there was no line for popcorn, no line to go to the bathroom. It was just like, you know, go in, sit down, watch the movie, and leave. Nice.
Yeah, mine was similar. Except everybody that was there. So, for all of you guys that are going to see it, let me just one word of advice here. So, when I saw the movie on Thursday, right? Now, it's a Thursday, so I figured maybe that has something to do with it not being like super packed. But there were a lot of people, and there were people dressed up in different Star Wars merch. And me being one, I had my Stormtrooper shirt on, my Porg hat, so I was wearing stuff too. 2 dudes came in one came in a Stormtrooper mask and one came in like a Kylo Ren mask. So, I mean, people were dressed up in different Star Wars stuff, so it was pretty neat. But one thing I have to say, please shower before you go. Oh my god, they just give like Star Wars fans such a bad name. I swear, like half of them were just like morbidly obese that like were sweating through their shirt by the time they got upstairs because one of the escalators wasn't working.
Oh no.
So they had to walk upstairs, and by the time they got upstairs, they had basically sweat through their shirt, which was just awful. And there was a noticeable stench of BO. A very noticeable stench of BO. The woman that ended up sitting next to me was an obese woman wearing gym clothes and smelled of butter and cheese. So that was...
Finn, maybe you need to stop living in like these filthy, dirty towns and come live in the clean world with
Apparently.
the rest of us.
Well, I'm in West Palm. If it's not cleaner there, I don't know where the hell it's
you need to come over to the clean world.
Apparently. So for those of you guys that are going to the movie, please shower.
For
Make
Finn's
the Star Wars
sake.
fan
Otherwise,
look better.
Finn's only gonna pay attention to the cheese coming out of your armpits and the.
At least there was a reason for the butter. She was eating a whole thing of popcorn, so I understand the butter part. I don't know where the cheese came from.
I thought you were just gonna say she was just eating butter. I was like, I'm not judging.
So it's a funny thing that you mentioned that, because she had like one big tub that was popcorn, and then she had like another smaller tub of something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But she was eating something out of this smaller tub. I saw later what it was. It was like a little tub of like either like Milk Duds or Whoppers or something like that. I think she basically bought like 2 or 3 of those boxes and just dumped it into a tub and was eating it throughout the movie.
Maybe she had waffles, Finn. Never think of that?
No, it wasn't waffles.
Okay.
It was definitely chocolate. It was like a Milk Dud or it was like brown chocolate, and it was black chocolate. So I know it wasn't like M&Ms. I know it wasn't peanut M&Ms. It was some kind of round spherical chocolate that was put into a tub in a quantity that is greater than is sold in an individual packet of said candy. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was...
says, Finn's solo review. Great movie, but I hate people.
Yes. That would be fairly accurate on my experience yesterday.
So, the movie theater I went to, there's the AMC that's closest to my house. They recently changed like a few years back to where you have to do assigned seating now. And they have these, reclinable chairs, which I think are ridiculous. I'm not a fan of them. Until last night when I went and saw Solo, and I was like, you know what? I like these reclinable chairs because of how wide they are, and they have to have a mechanism on the bottom to recline your chair. So it's like, they have less seats in a theater now because these chairs are wider. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just, squish a bunch of people together with just a bunch of, the cheap chairs like you would normally have in a movie theater. But these ones are, nice. And since they're nice, they're a lot wider. So you have less people in the theater, and there's more space in between you and the people next to you. And I was like, I kind of like this now.
Yeah. I have that in a different theater. The one I went to yesterday is just kind of the regular, kind of those red seats that you see in movie theaters. But, oh, which reminds me, because you just mentioned it, that butter cheese woman, when she sat down, the first comment out of her mouth was, damn, these seats aren't wide. That was her first comment. She sat down, and her first comment was, damn, these seats aren't wide.
So, should she have bought two tickets then for herself, like they do on the airlines?
Well, so she came with her family. So it was her 2 kids, and then her husband. So she could have, if she wanted to, moved up the armrest in between the two and then sat there. But she kind of just switched.
But then her arm wouldn't be rested.
Exactly. And I made sure to take up the other armrest, so... I had my drink over there, so I took up the other armrest. I'm not giving up mine for her.
I'm not trying to say that word. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that word. Nope.
What, Gaelic?
No, not Gaelic. Whatever the hell Owen Jones put in chat.
Oh.
I'm not saying that. Not gonna invest the time of my own life by saying that. Nope.
If I was to pronounce it,
I mean, you're more than welcome to try, but you're not gonna get it.
It would be Ilan Power up the Chernobyl Siligokich. That's what I'm gonna say it is.
I'm gonna
power
say...
up the Chernobyl. Is power up the Chernobyl just spread out in words?
Well, good job, Finn.
So, yeah, you added a bunch of extra letters, but it boils down to power up the Chernobyl, and I don't know why you want to power up Chernobyl again. It was a very bad experience. So I think you're a very bad man, Owen Jones. A very bad man.
Yeah, it created Decepticons and a poor movie, so yeah. Bad on you, Chernobyl, for doing that.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should go put yourself in a corner, Owen Jones, and you should cry yourself until the porg comes and visits you and forgives you. But porgs are very forgiving, so you're okay there, I'm sure.
Except when you eat them.
Yeah. But even then, they were very forgiving of Chewie.
Roll, boss. Roll for your life. Roll like you want your own spin-off movie, boss. Come on. You can do it. That's it, Luke. Come this way. Oh! Woo! Nope, not doing it, Owen. Sorry, that's not ever happening. Not even gonna try and pronounce it. Finn already did it. We have a serious obesity problem down there. Yeah, America is not the most.
America.
Yeah, America. It's not the most in shape country now.
You know what's sad though? They tell you that you have to eat healthy and all this kind of stuff, right? But
Yeah.
do you know that it costs more for like an apple or 2 apples than it does a box of Twinkies?
Not unless you're Aladdin.
It's just really
It's a
sad.
Disney movie. I learned that as a child. Aladdin steals the apple and he's like, "Hey, I need it." Yeah, and it's stupid because they're like, I mean, not a spoiler for Deadpool 2 or anything, but they talk about fat shaming and like how like there's no superheroes that are fat. And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, you kind of have to be in shape to be a superhero, you know? Can't let your health get in the way of other people's safety. Otherwise, anyone would be able to be a firefighter or police officer. Why would they even have the academy in the first place? Get wrecked. Mark, hey, have I seen the map rotation for this? Yeah, I have. I like it. I like the 4 maps. I think if they added best spin, that'd be cool. But I like how it's only 4 maps. You get to kind of get through it pretty quick, in and out, really fast.
I was trying to read what you wrote, Owen, and I just saw the go-go, so all I'm thinking is go Power Rangers.
Okay, I'm gonna read this in my head.
Go Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Read this out. It's my breakdown of it. I read that in my head, Owens. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna be I just don't understand why you want me to say these words that aren't words. Well, they might be words, but I don't know. Fine, I'll give it one shot, that's it. Clanvithe... Oh, hold on, chat's screwing me up. Clanvithe, Plitch, doing if Quinn Drob off clan to Silo Go Go Goth. There you go. I said it.
And now he's gonna take it and clip it and make you say something awful.
Well, my mic sucks according to him, so go ahead.
Well, that's what it sounds like, apparently. It sounds like your mic is breaking up as you're saying it. Because it sounds like half words everywhere.
You know what it is? My mic, what is it? It doesn't.
You sound fine now to me. I don't know what they're talking about. Ever since I've been
when I stop talking. It's when I stop talking and when I start talking again, my mic like shuts off picking up any audio. So you get like some.
That means you just have to talk forever.
Yeah, I have to talk forever. In other words, yeah. I'll probably get a new mic or headset pretty soon, but because this thing I've had for like 5 years and it's already fallen apart. Okay.
I still don't know where the smell of cheese came from.
Somebody cut the cheese, probably.
Maybe. I wouldn't put it past her, but damn, seriously.
Bye, Phasma.
But yeah, I'm trying to see what other movies there are to see, because I've seen Deadpool 2, I've seen Han, I'll probably see Han again, but, what other movies are coming out? I know Jurassic World is coming out.
Yeah, I don't know about Jurassic World. I saw the first Jurassic World and I was like, eh. And then I'm like, to me, it seems like they're milking the franchise now.
Of course they are.
And I'm
still gonna fall for it.
I'm not.
I want to see it primarily because of. Do you have the D-Box seats in your AMC?
D-Box? What the heck is that?
So D-Box are these seats that they have in the theaters that actually like move. It's not all movies that have it, but they're like
like they recline.
No, they actually like vibrate with like different things in the action. So if there's like an earthquake and stuff. So I saw this with and I can't remember the name of the movie. Okay. It's the one with The Rock and Alexander Daddario, and there was like the whole city got flooded.
Earthquake?
No, it wasn't earthquake.
I don't know. Hold
on, let me see what it was.
Half of the movies Dwayne Johnson's in is like the city gets flooded, so. Is it the one where he has to save his family?
Well, again, that kind of goes.
That's like every movie.
That's like every movie. Hold on, let me see. It wasn't. He worked with Alexander Daddario on Baywatch too, but it wasn't that.
Was it San Andreas?
Yes.
God, that movie's so stupid.
Yes.
Okay.
So San Andreas. So when I saw that movie, because it was just like a bunch of things being destroyed and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
I saw it on D-Box, and so you can like it vibrates your chair a little bit, like when you're getting like the point of view of like from being inside the helicopter with him. So like the seat vibrates like you're inside of a helicopter, and then when there's like the earthquake and things start to fall, like their seat shakes even more. So it's like you're part of the action a little bit more.
Okay, that's.
So they're pretty
I don't know
neat.
if I like that. That's something like you would see like at Universal Studios. They have that all the time for their little like 3D experiences.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. But it's good only for certain movies, like movies that have like action and stuff, or at least large movements like that. So I'm thinking of seeing Jurassic World in D-Box if it's available.
See,
just because
I went and saw Dolby,
The
the
dinosaur
Dolby
one,
Atmos theaters. Do you have one of those?
Mm-mm.
So they have like a Dolby Digital theater. They only have one of them at my AMC, and that was my first time seeing it last night. And basically, what it is, it's like a higher res projector, and then the sound quality is also like the best sound quality you can get in a movie theater, apparently. And it really was. But my chair was vibrating, but that's just because of the bass. Like the bass was so strong, like my chair vibrated a few times, and I was like, "Wow, that's kind of ridiculous." But that was just the bass.
Because it's all about the bass,
Longest place named in Wales, and click on the Liam Dutton Nails pronunciation. He says it properly. Yeah, Wales has some. I mean, I don't speak Wales, but I know they got some really long names over there. So, how many more characters in Galaxy Heroes do you think we'll get from the solo movie? Do you think we'll get
I don't want to start spoiling, because if I start naming characters, I'm afraid I'm going to spoil something.
Well, you're not spoiling anything by naming characters. We already discussed it earlier before you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
a lot of people are thinking, you know, it's gonna be like Rogue One. We might get like 2 dark side. I was saying it'd be cool if we got a Dryden Voss as a dark side scoundrel leader to complement the one we just got today.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Kira.
Kira.
Is Kira light side or dark side?
She's light. She's a light side, and she has a leader ability actually. So.
See, this is why I'm not. This is why I'm trying not to say anything, because
well, it's not a spoiler. It's not. I mean,
no, not with this one.
Oh.
With Dryden is pretty easy. The question is kind of some of the other characters are questionable that I would want to put in.
I mean, it's a scoundrel
in terms of whether or not they're light or
not
dark.
Everyone's exactly goody two shoes.
Yeah, that's why it's yeah.
But Dryden, everyone knows he's the villain. I mean, he's. I don't know what other villains they would give us. I'm trying to think.
I'm trying not to.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. I'm trying not to say anything for spoilers, but all I'm saying is I'm thinking it's gonna be like Rogue One, where we're gonna get like 5 light side, and then maybe 2 or 3 from the dark side.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that.
Can you be boss? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, Wargle, you can be boss.
Oh, so you are back to Battlefront 2 now.
Yeah, because I was trying to do Scarif and the Death Star DLC, but there was like one other person in the lobby. Because that was one of the main problems with Battlefront 1 is the DLC really, really like kind of separated the community.
Gotcha.
And now that the game's been out for about 2.5 years, not a whole
player drop off too.
Well, obviously, player drop off. But even when the DLC released, people were still having a hard time finding games. So I said, maybe we'll have to try it later in the night. If I decide to stream again, or next time I stream, I'll have to do it late at night. So maybe more people will be on. But yeah, we couldn't get any Scarif for Death Star going.
I'm doing my ship battles in Galaxy of Heroes, and I have to say they're annoying as hell. Everything just takes longer.
Oh shoot, you reminded me. I gotta get my bonus energy. Double drops. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm really working hard on that Battlefront. Bounty Hunter title.
I'm going after the
I found
Jedi.
somebody in Arena that had a Wampa. I couldn't kill him because I threw Boba Fett in my Arena team and it sucked, but I finally got him. So I got 1 Wampa down. I only have to kill 49 more.
Some of the later ones apparently in that one get pretty bad. I think it's the 6th tier or something like that, where the objective is actually to have like 200 kills with Cad Bane. So Cad Bane has to be the one that kills it or something.
That's not hard, because you can just go into a easy node and just throw Cad Bane on your team, and he kills everybody.
Well,
right?
He doesn't have an ability like Maul, right, where he gets like turn meter. So you're killing people, but it has to be like
Yeah, go on like an easy node where like you're going up against like level 20 characters.
No, I guess you could just go in
You're
with a
12
single.
Cad Bane and just go in Cad Bane by himself. Yeah.
Yeah. you
And
could
he
go
does
in
gain
with-
turn meter actually because he has if he evades and he's the leader, he gives himself turn meter.
Oh, but I meant not from like killing like Maul does, where if he
Oh.
kills somebody, then
Yeah,
full
no,
turn
no.
meter he goes again.
No. Well, no wait. He does. His
Does he?
basic, yeah, on his Omega, his basics there's something where like he has a I think like a 50% chance to gain 25% turn meter on each attack.
15%. Yeah, I just looked at it.
Something like that.
Mhm.
It's not significant, but it's turn meter gain.
Yeah.
Just waiting for 2 more people. Yeah, I made the big mistake simming my ship challenges yesterday. I didn't know they added a 4th tier. Did you know that, Finn?
Yeah, I tried to message people. I tagged everyone in the guild, and then I wrote it in the RSG Discord, but I didn't tag people because I don't like.
Too late for
tagging
me.
Yeah, and then we mentioned it on the lunch stream.
I might have to back out. I will have to probably back out and redo this.
That's what she said. Man, it's been so long since I've actually like gone into these battles and then hit auto instead of just simming it.
I don't even hit auto. I actually do it manually. I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
I can't. I'm trying to do the Jedi one, and I don't want to do Jedi.
Mm.
Yeah, I have 3 active right now. The one that isn't active is the Bounty Hunter one, just because I know I'm not going to get close to that one. So I'm doing the Jedi primarily.
Fulcrum sounds like that one's gonna be a pain because a lot of people don't have her.
I have her. I just need to get her to gear 12, which I was thinking about doing anyways. But the rest of them I can start to work on a little bit. But I have a better chance of doing hers than I do the Bounty Hunter one, so I went with that.
Alright, let's try this again. We'll do a few more rounds and then like 2 more rounds, then I'll jump to ships. But depending on the new character releases for the solo movie, I might actually gear up that team. I know they're not meta and they're not going to be good in arena, but they look like a really fun team. The only thing I hate about Vandor Chewbacca is his damage is based off his health.
Yep.
I'm like,
Makes it crap.
that sucks.
Yep. So here's the one thing I was thinking about though.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we are doing what is it? The phase 3 of the raid with all attackers, right? Because they're getting 100% health, or I mean 100% attack offense. But what if you also were able to do a tank team where you give 100% health with standalone, and now Vandor Chewie just goes freaking nuts with all the bonuses from standalone, where you could do like a full tank team.
True. Yeah, you could do that. And that was just that was a pack that I opened up. That was a loot box pack. You get it for logging in. You get 500 credits daily for logging in. That's all it is. And if you ever get rewards, sometimes they'll give you one of those crates, and they'll have emotes or skins or cosmetics, and that's all that was. That wasn't really anything special. But yeah, Finn, that would be an interesting team. Although on paper, that sounds like one of those teams where it's like, you know, you're trying to set up a team for one purpose, and once that purpose is done, the team kind of has no use.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's more purpose than the veterans have right now.
That's a good point. I don't know what they're doing other than giving you JTR.
I'm sure there's something coming out where you're going to need Vandor Chewie and Vandor Han for Millennium Falcon. I'd be surprised if there isn't one.
Well, we
for
haven't
that.
even gotten the regular Millennium Falcon yet, so what?
I don't think we are going to get it anytime soon.
I don't think so.
I think
we don't
in
even
actuality
have
they
normal,
might do a.
Chewie. That's right.
Well, they might do a legendary ship or a journey ship where you have to get this first Millennium Falcon, and then you can go through like another process and get the real Millennium Falcon, and then maybe they have something to do with the Rey and Finn Millennium Falcon too. It could be the first of a journey ship, and it would probably be the best one because it's the most iconic ship, obviously, in the game or in the universe.
In the universe?
Millennium Falcon is the most in the Star Wars universe. That is the most iconic ship.
True.
I don't think there's any ship more recognizable than the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars. I meant in the Star Wars universe, not in the real universe.
Okay. The whole universe?
Well, okay, I'll still say yes. Even in the whole universe, yes.
That's probably true. It's been around for a while.
I mean, what else is it going to be? The International Space Station? There's nothing else out there.
I don't know if they're going to do a legendary ship, though. I think ships, like, in my opinion, is just getting released for the first time right now. And they kind of need to get the PvE stuff rolled out first.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Oh boy. Bad things are happening.
There is another aspect to it, by the way. Wargul. So it's probably not going to work out like perfect, right? So when you transfer 100% offense, all that becomes multiplied and adds to the damage. So if you get like 100% physical damage transferred over, most characters have like a 1.8 or like 1.9 or 1.3 even multiplier. So you know you're getting 100 plus something extra. Vandor Chewie gets stuff based on his health, but it's actually a reduced modifier. It's 0.1 of his max health. So even though you'd be transferring 100% of their health, only 0.1 of that is actually going to translate to damage. So you could transfer like 80,000 health, and you're only adding about 8,000 damage versus what you're doing with Han right now, which is you're transferring like, well, I guess it is kind of similar because you'd be transferring about 4,000, not even, but maybe like 3,000 physical damage, and then that would translate to about, though depending on the, I think for Han it does end up being around 6,000. So maybe it is closer than you would think.
So the only thing that I don't like about Vandor Chewie, I mean mainly because his health determines his damage. Like, what if he gets debuffed with like offense down or like health down? Like, that just kills his like his damage. It sucks. It really
Don't let him
sucks.
get debuffed.
Oh, that person.
Run him with a Rex. When in doubt, run him with the Rex.
Rex is gonna. I mean, Rex is just ridiculous. I don't know why he's sticking around so long.
He just has a kit that never dies.
Well, they're gonna eventually have to change his kit. I mean, if they're gonna do if the Galactic Republic rework, obviously Rex is gonna be a leader, but you know, his leader is so good right now. If clones are viable, I mean, you would see him all the time.
I think his character is the one that needs to be changed the least.
He needs to be nerfed.
I like the fact that his character lasts through all the metas. I just wish more characters were like him, where you could always utilize them. But we always go into this like these niche camps where you have to just use like 5-6 characters, and then there's like one counter team. It just happens to be Rex is always on there. But why can't there be more that are like that?
Because his kit's so simple and easy, and it requires you to do nothing. That's the reason his kit is so good.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate AI. It's like super AI friendly. But I don't know. He's gonna have to get a change to his kit when they do the Galactic Republic rework. Because if the Galactic Republic tunes are really good, our clones are really good, and he's the leader, I mean that's gonna be insane.
Hashtag don't nerf Rex. I'm so tired today. I stayed up until reset. And I was staying up to use up all my energy and stuff. So tired today.
Yeah, I'm not going too big on double drops. Mainly because I found out I have to work tomorrow, and now I have to work Sunday night. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sim when I have to sim, and I'll play when I can have the time.
I fell asleep as soon as I finished stuff, and then I forgot to charge my phone, so my phone has been like dying all day. I've had to be careful on battery life all day.
That's the worst.
Uh-huh. And the worst part is my phone, I got a case for it with a backup battery. Right?
Mhm.
So when I charge the phone, it charges both of them. But I used up the backup battery yesterday, so I had nothing left for today. So awful.
Did I hit him? Probably not.
The strange part about ship battles, I'm actually finding it easier, but it's just taking longer.
A little bit. So that was one thing I'm surprised no one brought up for the change at the ships 2.0. I don't know if 5 minutes is long enough.
I'm not having any issues with the 5 minutes, honestly.
There was a lot of matches on the first day, probably because I didn't know what I was doing, but there was a lot of matches. I was coming down like the last 30 seconds, and I was like, huh.
I can say you're not the only one, though. I think some people are figuring out timeout teams with this.
Yeah, seriously, they are.
Because they're... Yeah, I think it was... I think Grim mentioned one with a Mace capital ship.
Okay.
But, like, Galactic Republic is a beast defensively. Between Clone Sergeant and the Plo Koon coming off the bench and stuff, like, they get pretty nasty.
I believe it. Except a lot of people never invested in Galactic Republic, so probably not going to see that for a while. I still have Chimera as like all of my fleet commanders. And my my so-called Squeet.
Yep. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
Wargul. So I said that Rose was good with Finn. Have you tried her with Rey? On paper, looks like it better fit. I did. She's not bad. I don't have her very high gear. There is more of a need for gear when you put somebody with Jedi training Rey, because you do need to make sure that your physical crit chance is maxed out as much as you can. So I tried. It was okay, but I still say that Zeta Finn is better, primarily because of the repeated use of a special on an exposed character. She's not a great damager. She's a very much of a control character with her special, and you already have a lot of that with Jedi Training Rey between BB-8 and R2. So you really need either strong control, like with the Thrawn. You need a tank like a Kenobi or something, or you just need like a pure damage dealer with Rey and Scavenger. I think the utility of Rose is lost on Jedi Training Rey compared to Finn. She's still good, but if you had to separate her into one or another, I think she works better with Finn than with Jedi Training Rey. Oh yeah, I should pay attention to my fleet.
Squeak, squeak.
So the problem you mentioned, with the time frame of 5 minutes, I'm used to starting a match and then just like relaxing as I go through it.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't have to hurry. And now every time I've looked down, it's like, crap, there's only a minute left.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time. I feel like, I can go just put a load of laundry in, make a sandwich. Now it's like, oh crap, draw. What? All right, let's do some ships. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure when we get more ships, there's gonna be a lot more timeout fleets. But we'll see. I mean, I like the changes. It definitely gives a huge breath of fresh air into ships. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I see a lot of potential with ships right now. So
I am one that doesn't like it.
well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Territory Wars. Too. Territory Wars, I think ships is going to be kind of hard.
Loki brought up a good point on Wednesday about the fact that if you don't finish off a team on the first try, they might have 4 or 5 ships while you're starting out with 3.
So
because they brought in
I
reinforcements.
don't know how that's going to work because that's a huge disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, like, let's say you and I are going head to head right now. If you called in a reinforcement and you beat me, and then I send in another fleet, 2 things are going to happen. Well, 2 things are going to happen. Either you're going to have your 4 ships, and I'm going to be at disadvantage, which would suck. Or it just removes that ship completely.
Which would also suck.
I think the worst thing possible would be if it went back on the bench.
Yes.
Because then you can set up some crazy reinforcement ability to get spammed over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be the first way. I think the reinforcement's going to stay.
There's got to be some way to fix it though. Because it doesn't even matter if it's a good fleet or not. If you do that, you're screwed, or you're screwing the person that's going to come in next.
Yeah, but that's the problem with this combat. You allow for a greater number of ships than what is on the field at the start. So when you do that, you've automatically kind of changed all that. I don't see any way around it.
I mean,
and if they do just like the continuation of the 5 ships, that's just retarded, because that means that they don't believe in their change of ships enough to put it in Territory Wars, which I think would be the worst thing of all.
Wargle says you think it'll end up 5-on-3? I mean, okay, so on paper, that doesn't sound terrible, because you have to remember, we're gonna have to save our best ships now for fleet, and now since it's only 3-on-3, you can afford to get rid of some of your best ships for defense. But it's almost the same concept as losing against like a JTR team. Like, you're gonna fill up their turn meter, and whoever goes in next, they're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a...
Which is why I think that's going to happen, because we're already doing that in Arena to some extent.
Yeah.
We'll see. If they are paying attention to that, and they don't have a good solution, it's possible that Territory Wars gets kicked later on too, like they did Territory Battles.
Well, I mean, you can't nerf the ships either, because then what ends up happening is people just send in these dummy fleets just to get rid of
No, just roll back all this crap. Just roll back the entire rotation.
No, Finn. Change is good.
I liked the fact that reinforcements got a special ability when they came in.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good addition. I still don't understand the reason for the 3 ships. 3 ships and
do,
the massive...
they said they wanted to be more strategic. They wanted to make it look like, your reinforcements are like the cards you have in your hand. I get that. They wanted to make it look like, okay, my opponent just played this. How do I counter that?
Yeah, but why couldn't you do that with 5 ships?
Because you're gonna win too easily with 5 ships. Because here's I think a main...
I'm winning easier with 3.
I'm not.
I'm winning easier with 3. It's just taking longer. It's the weirdest thing. The battles are taking longer, but it's actually easier than it was before right now.
See, I thought it was always easier if you had 5 ships focus firing 1 ship. I mean, if you put it on paper, you have 5 ships attacking 1 ship. That 1 ship, and most likely, my strategy was always burn bigs first. I never even ran bigs in my fleet arena. I was just like, I'm just gonna have a 5th attacker, burn their bigs. Jeez, what is killing me so quickly? Burn their bigs, and then, take the rest of them down. Just focus fire them down. With 3 ships, you can't do that.
You can. That's the problem.
You can't focus fire 1 ship with 3 ships down so quickly. 5 ships, yeah.
You can focus fire bigs. So that's the problem that's happening on
not
my
first turn, not like I used to.
Yeah, I pretty much can. I
ships, you can
always
take
go
out
for bigs
bigs.
first.
before
I
they-
take bigs before the reinforcement comes in, pretty much every single time. I'm running bigs, TIE Advanced, and TIE Fighter. And I can take out bigs before the reinforcement comes in. And so I start out with a 3v2, both of us bring in a reinforcement. Now I'm 4v3 for the rest of the battle. And their side doesn't focus fire. They'll hit my bigs, right? But they're not always focus firing, because if they run a TIE Advanced, they dispel the taunt and then they attack a different ship. Meanwhile, I'm focus firing on bigs, and he's just like getting crushed.
Jeez Louise. My team is getting wrecked right now. This is sad. I mean, I get that, but like for me, the team I like right now is I like using TIE Silencer, with Shuttle and Special Forces, because I get that triple stun. I can stun their entire team, and then their Thrawn fleet just does the AoE. And the AoE only helps my team because since you AoE the First Order ships, my shuttle immediately gets like 50% turn meter, which is nuts.
Yeah, so far my ship lineup has been dominating, and I haven't had like any issues. And these are against some teams that I would have RNG issues with and would lose against before. Now, so far, it's been much easier. It's just the combats just take longer. I don't know why, but they take longer.
Well, they take out longer because the reinforcements actually stagger the battle now, because there's certain reinforcement abilities, like Boba, for example. Boba's really good right now, and I'm considering getting the rest of his Slave 1 shards, because his reinforcement is just, it's really good.
It's good, but it's easy to counter.
Oh yeah, I always counter it with a TIE Reaper.
Yep. TIE Reaper off the bench now is like one of the plays.
Yep. TIE Reaper, take out all of his turn meter. I mean, not turn meter, but take out all of his buffs.
And then you just go back to your other target. I remove the buff from Boba and then go back to killing like TIE Advanced or something like that. I don't even... It's silly the way that ships is now.
I mean, it gives it more... I think it definitely gives it more strategy, though. Especially once we get more ships down the line and different capital ships. I think it'll definitely change, you know, the flavor of the month, for sure.
I also think that that's going to screw him, too.
How so?
I think it's a lot easier to make ships than it is capital ships.
I don't know, the capital ships kits are usually pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but how many capital ships are there in the universe that you can add?
A lot.
Versus how many ships for the different individual characters?
Obviously, yeah, there's more ships, but you have to remember, it's a lot. I think it's easier to add capital ships than actual ships, because the capital ships, you just need what, one person?
Well, I meant adding them more from the perspective of the universe side.
Oh, okay.
Like
well,
the number of capital ships available, you're limited only so many of those that are actually like named. Like maybe you can start with like some generic imperial, capital ships. I can't remember the name of them, but all of the ones like Executrix with the different models and whatnot. But overall, like the number of capital ships is considerably less than the number of ships, because you can just give a ship to individual characters. Kenobi could have one because he was traveling around, right?
Right, but then you run into the argument about how do you get TIE Bombers, TIE Interceptors, and Y-Wings and A-Wings? Those are generic ships with generic pilots. We already have one TIE Fighter pilot.
Yes. So I said that before. I think the fact they hurt themselves in ships because they tied it to the fact that you need a character for each ship. So it's not like characters where you can just pump them out. For ships, you have to have an associated character, which I think screwed the way ships was going to work from the beginning. The next part is that there's not a lot of capital ships. So if you go down to this three main, 4 reinforcement format, you're at a ratio of about 7 ships to 1 capital ship. I don't think that there's enough. I don't think that ratio sustains in the universe in terms of the number of capital ships.
Of course not. Capital ships are supposed to carry like, you know, hundreds of fighters. Yeah, of course.
So at least with the old format of 5 and 4, you're at a 9-to-1 ratio, and you could be selective then about the characters that you were bringing in. It's still like low in terms of the ships that are in the universe versus the number of capital ships. It's 9-to-1 is still low, but you would be able to be selective about the characters a little more. I think they're going to end up in a situation where they're going to have a lot more ships than capital ships, or they're going to have to refrain from putting in a lot of ships, or they're going to end up with having players not play all their ships, which I think is a really bad idea. At least right now, we can utilize all of our characters in like territory wars and all of that, but because you need a capital ship for a ship attempt, you're running the likelihood that later on, if you don't have enough capital ships, you're going to have a bunch of ships that can't be used in a combat in territory wars. Because there just isn't a capital ship in order to run the attempt. Unlike characters, they added so many dependencies on fleet that it causes a lot of issues for growth. I don't think this addressed what the problems were, and honestly, I don't think they could do much of a change at this point. Once you tied the character to the ship, you kind of got yourself stuck.
I mean, they could change it. Oh, good lord. I was just driving into like 9 ships.
If they change it, then they're going to piss off. They are going to piss off people that like Zeta.
I mean, they can change it where like certain. No. You can keep the pilot aspect. You could just link multiple pilots to multiple ships if you wanted to. That would actually
like TIE fighter pilot with multiple different TIE types.
Yeah, add a TIE interceptor and add a TIE bomber. You know, you would still have to level up those ships and still get the shards, and you still have to give them ability mats. You just have the pilot done already, which might actually be kind of nice, because that means you don't have to level up another character just because it's a crew member.
Yeah. No, I agree. They could potentially do that. It's not the most elegant or clean solution, because obviously now you're reusing a character multiple times for something. And I think ideally you would want a different character for it, but...
Well, I think more people would prefer, oh, I already have a pilot geared and he's
for another ship. Players will always do that.
Yeah. You still have to get the shards, you still have to get the ability mat, so it's like, I think that would be easiest way to do it.
Yeah. That very well could be. It just, from a business side, I have a hard time seeing how they would promote that. Because they like to promote the new character as well when these new ships come out. So if there's no additional pilot, you're just promoting the ship. Maybe that's the direction they want to go. Maybe they're looking more into ships and having it kind of like a standalone there, where you don't need all the characters as much. And generic characters
make ships its own thing. You don't have to link one side of the game with it. I mean, I think when the ships came out, that was a good idea. But now I think, you know, if you want to make ships its own thing, just make it its own thing. I don't know, like maybe make it so you can throw mods on ships. I don't know. Or one mod, maybe not 6. That would be a little bit.
No, please don't start modding of ships.
No. I say one mod. One mod. We're not. I just thought about that for a second. I was like, oh wait, never mind. No.
So we did have an idea before ships came out, when they said that ships were coming.
Yeah.
We had come up with an idea of something for ships too, which was that the characters actually were the mods. So,
oh yeah, I remember we talked about this, where anyone could be a crew member, and based on who the pilot is.
Each faction provided a different bonus that was actually multiplicative. So if you had like a Jedi, they would maybe give you like 2% bonus on offense. But if you had 3 of them, it gave you 10%, and if you had 6 of them, it was like 50%. So you would then equip your ships accordingly with the different characters and have them pilot.
Jones. I'll talk to you later, man. Go ahead.
See you, Owen. But yeah, so each faction kind of had its own bonus that was provided to the ship, and you would put them in there, and they would multiply effects. So it wouldn't necessarily be linear, like it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for like 5 Jedi. But it'll actually go like 2, 5, 10, 15, 25, 50, something, whatever. So as you add more of a particular, you're focusing more on one particular aspect, but it's obviously going to reduce in other ones. So with like a Biggs, maybe you want to put in clone troopers because they give him more health or more defense. Jedi could do offense, Sith could do evasion, something. And then you could use your characters a little bit more just from that aspect. And you still have to work on your ship separate, but now you're utilizing the characters that you already have. Only problem is it doesn't make sense. Like, for example, you have Jedi sitting in a scimitar. But I don't think people would care.
I think a lot of people would. I think they would make the same argument that the stupid people of Battlefront would make. They'd make like, well, this isn't canon. You know, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Grim says, I blame Finn.
That's the proper thing to do.
Yes,
Grim
the
knows.
proper thing.
Tell them what you're made of. Damage critical.
Yeah, I hope this works out, but right now I'm
It's just
not
a lot to
terribly
process at once. This is why I think it's like growing pains. So a lot of people aren't used to it right now.
But it's not just that. I don't feel like it's serving the purpose that they intended. It's one thing if they just wanted to try a new system and just change it because they weren't happy. But they came out and said that the reason was because they wanted to shorten the time span of like the battles. They wanted to make it more engaging, and they wanted to bring more attention to Fleet, make people want to play Fleet. Really, the only way to do that is rewards, not changing the fleet styles.
Well, you said it yourself. When you'd start your fleet battles, you put your phone down and go do something. Now you actually have to engage.
I
in
would still
fleet.
pay attention, though.
Oh, I mean, I did. I never did. I always did my fleet battles like a minute, and if I was trying to snipe somebody for first, I would just sit on the last ship for like
I would
5
still
minutes.
play for that minute. Yeah, I will still play for that minute. But they were saying that they wanted to try and reduce the time that people were playing in game because they were saying fleet battles were taking too long.
Yeah.
Now they're longer. You do have to be more engaged because you can accidentally forget about the 5-minute timer.
Well, the
But-
reinforcement abilities kind of shake everything up when they get played.
And those I liked.
Yep.
I like the reinforcement abilities.
Yeah, it's
They-
Slave
they-
1. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I was just chasing Slave 1 for a long time.
Yeah, I think they changed too much. I think, and a lot of it isn't something that goes towards the goal.
What is the goal? Treya shards?
No, the goal was to try and make more people more interested in ships. I don't think this did it. I think reinforcement did it. I think they lost more people, especially from the free-to-play side, by making it 3v3 and by changing the ships. And the one thing they could have done is added more crystal rewards to the lower tier fleet arena, and they didn't. So I think they hit on a couple of things, but I think they missed on a lot more. If the ultimate goal was less time spent on battles, so that's why they reduced the time and they said they were trying to make it easier. And then if they were trying to generate more interest. So far, I've seen much more anger towards it and less interest so far. Now, obviously, the people that are disgruntled are probably going to be the most vocal.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's definitely. I'm not saying that it isn't skewed. I'm very well aware that what I'm seeing right now, because it's primarily anger, is probably skewed. At least with us on RSG, we always voice our opinion whether it's good or bad. So there's never like we're always angry or we're always not. If we're saying we split. So at least with us, you know that whatever we're saying, it's not always one way or the other. But usually in the community in general, you hear a lot more outpouring of anger with the changes once it's out, and not as much of the positives if people enjoy it. But with that skew being known, I have seen very little positive outside of the reinforcement abilities. I think the reinforcement abilities are a huge hit, honestly.
Well, I mean, I knew Tide Silencer was going to get nerfed, and everyone said it got buffed. Yes and no. You got a phone call? Which ship should I...
Yeah, but I don't have to answer this one. Yeah, he got buffed in like his overall damage, but then like his ship in.
If you haven't
his
upgraded him from ships 1.0 to 2.0, he got nerfed. Which I knew was going to happen because I'm like, you can't have a ship that powerful in a 3v3 lineup. It's going to take out one ship in one shot. And, you know, it's just not...
I still like his ship though, but yeah.
Oh, no, it's great. You just have to level it up again to get it back to where it used to be.
Exactly.
So yeah, they nerfed some of his damage. I'm like, that makes sense. I get that.
And I always feel like they're addressing the wrong thing when we come up with complaints. So you know how with TIE Fighter pilot, the complaint was that it seemed like the enemy was always dodging more than our own TIE Fighter pilot, right? And then they just decided to nerf all of the the dodge altogether.
Well, they had to do that too because TIE Fighter Pilot was designed when ships was 5v5. Okay, so they had to give them enough dodge or evasion, whatever you want to call it, to fit the format of 5v5. Obviously, if it's 3v3 now, even if he doesn't dodge, he has a better chance of surviving because you have less ships shooting that have a possibility of shooting at him. So yeah,
I still don't think he needed to change though. They have direct counters now. They have a lot of direct counters.
Yeah, Vader
too.
obviously is like the #1.
Vader and Poe.
Yeah, but not a
Poe
lot of
is a
people are
beast
using.
against
Not a
TIE
lot of
Fighter
people are
pilot.
using Poe.
Well, that's their own fault.
I know.
I'm never gonna say that just because somebody doesn't have an option that is not an option.
Finn, just because you don't have a counter to trailer, that doesn't mean you're good.
I have a counter.
You have Rex. That's right. You have Rex.
I have Rex.
That's right. No, it's just, I mean, they had to scale everyone down to fit a 3v3 format. So, I mean, yeah, they didn't need to nerf the TIE Fighter evasion, but it was designed for a different format. Even like, you can even argue it's like Magic the Gathering or, you know, Hearthstone or whatever. When the format changes, if they're, you know, they have to sometimes nerf cards or get rid of cards because it would be too much of an exploit. I guarantee you, if they kept all the ships the same, with reinforcement abilities only being the difference and 3v3, your lineup would be TIE Fighter Pilot, Biggs, probably TIE Advanced.
That's my lineup, and I'm winning.
That's your lineup right now, and you're winning. So, but what I'm saying is, it would be, I mean, it would be the same lineup. I think they wanted to change ships lineup because the lineup was so stale.
That's
it was
because
like
they didn't introduce any ships.
Well, they changed everything, so now
They changed everything and made it worse.
they changed. Well, you know what? Better for worse, they changed it. Now we're seeing different ships. I mean, for crying
I'm
out
not.
loud,
I'm seeing the same ships actually.
I'm seeing bugs. I'm going up against teams with bugs. You know,
I haven't seen any Geonosians. They're apparently not lasting well on defense.
I mean,
They're
I don't think there's
doing
anything strong on defense right now. I really don't know because I don't think a lot of people have their ships omega or their reinforcements like completely
Yeah, it's going
out.
to change a little bit too. Yeah, I agree. That's going to change probably soon too.
But I mean, now we got bugs that are viable. We got, you know, a lot of different cool abilities for ships. I mean, yeah, TIE Reaper but now he's really good off the bench. And I'm like, that's fine with me.
This is the first like change that they've made on a large scale that makes you feel like some of your old investments aren't worth it. Usually there's some remnant.
No.
I mean, usually there's some remnant where the characters are still available and useful.
First
But
Order got super buffed. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Changes they made to First Order, especially Special Forces. I got him to 6-star like right before 2.0 hit, so I was like, I know I got to work on Special Forces because I know he's going to be good. And I'm like, he's so good right now.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the other investments, like going to TIE Reaper, to some extent Scimitar, people are shying away a little bit more from Scimitar now off the bench.
Yeah, I've noticed he's like the second or third string reinforcement now.
Yeah. But it seems like a lot of the investments that people made into ships before, it feels like a lot of them aren't as useful now. And that's never a good feeling to have.
Well, I think a lot of that has to harken back to, you know, who the crew member is. You know, when Poe was meta, but that was way before ships came out. You know, then he introduced someone like JTR. It's like, yeah, no one's ever gonna gear up Poe ever. I mean, there's no point.
I still do because I like him under Zeta Finn.
Yeah, under Zeta Finn, he's fine, but like, how many Zeta Finns are you seeing, other than like territory battles? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, territory battles and territory wars is where they come into use. I mean, as long as they have a use somewhere, I'm usually okay with it. And I mean a strong use, not like throwing a cup onto a team.
Oh,
just
right,
to
yeah. No, they still have use. It's just like, you know, if
ships have lost that.
Palpatine or JTR had a ship, obviously you would see that everywhere because people have invested in those crew members.
Yeah, I feel like some of the ships, especially like Reaper, feel like they have lost their use.
I think Reaper is fine. It's just used in a different area now. Obviously, it's not a starting lineup ship, but I think it's a really good off the bench ship.
Yeah, I do use it off the bench, and it's basically a counter to Boba
Yeah,
coming
it's
in.
really good. It's almost like Ahsoka's ship when ships first came out. Like Ahsoka's one like the #1 reinforcements because you come in and you just dispel something. Plus, I mean, TIE Reapers, I mean, it's still good. You're still reducing turn meter, not a lot, to the point where, you know, they don't get a turn, but you're still reducing turn meter.
They still didn't need to make all these changes. Unnecessary.
Dude, I'm worried about Shuttle. I'm worried that Shuttle's gonna get changed, with its unique. Because its unique is so broken. I mean, it essentially is, it almost never has any of its abilities on cooldown anymore. That is insane.
I like the changes to Millennium Falcon too. Millennium Falcon is really nice now.
Haven't tried it yet. I mean, I just got it to 7 stars, but
It doesn't use up its the buff that it gets. Those 3, I can't remember what it's called now. Thrust reversal, is it? No, thrust reversal is the other one. The other one, he gets that buff, right, where they stack up the 3, and then you do damage.
yeah, he doesn't
based on the
AoE
buffs
anymore, right?
Yeah, so the AoE's there, and it doesn't pull those buffs off, but now the buffs don't get removed by the time that it takes damage. It only removes it each time they do damage. And it adds, like, all kinds of bonuses and stuff. It's a much more aggressive ship. I actually like it more than before. Minus the combo that you used to get with Millennium Falcon and Kylo Ren, the command shuttle.
Yeah.
I like the new Millennium Falcon. I'm trying to find more use for it. So I think it's a really good kit. I just haven't found the perfect setup for it yet.
Taking damage.
Die, Imperial TIE Fighter, die. There you go, you died. Hooray! Alright, I'm in rank 2. I'm in rank 2 and I'm rank 2 and Squeak today.
Sweet, sweet.
Haha. Squeak rank 2. Everyone's blaming me today. Good job.
You every day.
Yep, that's the way it works. I am usually at fault for things.
Now we'll see. Can't take much more.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright. Come on, get out of this. Oh boy. Afterburners kick in. Damn it. So much for being cool.
Making contact.
Analysis. If our control tower is disabled, a critical design flaw may appear.
Incoming missile.
Can't lose this. I have a reputation to think about.
Yeah, too early. Too early to tell. Let me see. Any new comps you heard of we came up with yet? Well, it's for Grim.
Alert. Control tower disabled. Reactor exposed. Urgent concentration.
Grim was mentioning, think during the Wednesday night stream or lunch streams, Finn said that there's some timeout teams that could potentially come back for fleet.
Danger. Enemy bombers incoming.
No corner.
Alert. Enemy bombers have initiated their attack run. Shields back online. Blast doors operational. Continue control tower defense.
They seem to have exploded.
I mean, I'm using First Order right now in fleet, and I really like it. Like the combo I'm using, which I could potentially get a triple stun off, is Silencer, Shuttle, and then Special Forces. The way it works is you have if Special Forces goes first or Silencer goes first. Special Forces special ability got changed where now instead of it calling a random ally, you can choose which ally assists. So you would call TIE Silencer to assist, then TIE Silencer goes and uses its basic on the second target, and then you use First Order Command Shuttle to give TIE Silencer advantage and full turn meter. I forget which special that's called Shuttle has, but yeah, you basically give it full turn meter, very similar to First Order Officer, the way Shuttle works now. And then you stun the third target. So you have a potential triple stun right off the start. And then if they're running Chimera or if they're running Tarkin, what's going to happen is that fleet commander is going to use their AoE on all three of your ships. And Command Shuttle has an ability where if any any First Order allies are damaged, it gains it gains 15% turn meter per hit on the ally, and it gets all of its cooldowns reduced by 1 per ally hit. So Command Shuttle is ridiculously good right now. I mean, it's really, really good. It's essentially First Order Officer in Arena, but a lot better.
Protect the reactor. Critical threat detected.
And Special Forces is also really good because his AoE now, it applies dots to everybody, in addition to removing turn meter, or a chance to remove turn meter.
Immediate withdrawal required.
Yeah, and then First Order TIE Fighter pilot, I'm keeping him on the bench only because he applies target lock that can't be resisted, so that's kind of good. But man, all the First Order characters, all of their reinforcement abilities are all pretty solid. So you can start with Shuttle. You can have Shuttle come in as a reinforcement. Kylo's TIE Silencer has a good reinforcement ability. But I just like doing that triple stun lineup. I think it's pretty cool. Man, if only they had a capital ship. First Sword had a capital ship. Fantastic.
Target those generators. It should knock out that laser.
Did not hit that. How's on defense though? No, I'm not sure yet. I mean, I want to say they're good because I haven't dropped a whole lot, but it's a lot of people I don't think really have adjusted to the changes yet. I think right now I ended up with like 5th place yesterday. I think I dropped down to like 20th, so I mean, I think that's fine because I can climb. I can get back to first from 20. I mean, shoot, if I was at like 40, I can still get back to first. So, I mean, I don't think Ships has a super good defense lineup yet because I don't think people have the ability mats to max out their abilities, especially on the capital ship. Like, you know, we have to level those up again. So, First Order is decent. I mean, it's definitely not an easy team to get through, but it's also not going to like hold you at first the whole time. I haven't gone up against another First Order team, so I mean, if I fought against a First Order lineup, I would have a better answer because the one ship I'm worried about is Shuttle. I don't know how the AI plays Shuttle because Shuttle has a really complicated kit for the AI, so I don't know how it treats it. Which is funny because in Arena, First Order Officer has a really good AI. It uses the AI pretty, properly. I don't know how it does the Shuttle. Because since the Shuttle's getting its cooldowns reduced the whole time, I don't know if the AI is spamming a certain ability over and over and over. Because the Shuttle has basic and 3 specials, which is, I would think, overwhelming for an AI. Yeah, race side piece. Mace is my worst too. I think I've just barely got him to gear 8, maybe, or gear 7. I don't know. Like he's pretty poorly geared. I still don't even have him at 7 stars. Oh, jeez, I wasn't paying attention. Rip. Yeah, Jedi do suck in general, but they're gonna get their rework.
Let's get to work. hit!
Yeah, soon TM. I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing July only because that's when Battlefront 2 is rumored to get its Season 3 DLC, which is going to be Clone Wars, so that's the only reason why I'm saying July, but could be next year for all we know. And yeah, I agree, Race Side Piece. I wish I knew that they were going to upgrade the capital ships, because I'm so far behind on my materials, so that's what I'm using my arena currency on again. I used to just spend it on shards for just shard shop. Yeah, it's crazy. I think like the level 8 version of the basic costs like 150 of those things now. Well, not the basic, but like the crew ability. It costs 150 capital ship materials. Just nuts.
The force is strong in me.
Our numbers are thinnest. Finish this soon or we'll have to retreat. Transport's down. Resume the attack on the destroyer.
The force will show me the way. We're hit! Boost power to the shields.
Look, there's so many of them.
Knock out the deflector shields to expose the commander. A few well-placed shots there could take out the entire ship. The midship deflector is our next target.
They got us.
And dead.
We'll see each other again, I'm sure of it.
The command bridge is vulnerable, but we only have a limited window. Their TIE fighters are targeting our fighters. Stop them.
Couple more hits and they're done!
Our fighters made it through. Good work.
Burn here.
10 seconds left. Come on. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a, in July, like I said, the Separatist rework will be the same thing as the Galactic Republic rework, and, speculated with a couple other people that, maybe we'll get a new Territory Battles or Territory Wars map. I mean, I think that'd be so awesome if we got a new, Territory Battles, or maybe, that's revealed to unlock, like, the Droidica, or, I don't know, like the ARC Trooper. You can do so many things with that, like, same format that we have Territory Battles right now, because I think Territory Battles, it's been around long enough where people should be done, or almost done with their characters. I know, like, I think Imperial Probe Droid is the hard one. Most people don't have to 7 stars yet, only because Dark Side came out after Light Side.
My sensor displays are all flashing red.
But who knows? They might be. Maybe they'll. If they added new Territory Battles, you can choose which ones you wanted to play. Like if you wanted to launch light side Republic or light side Rebels, you know, maybe you'll be able to pick if the new one came out. That way, it gives guilds that are done those tunes something else to do for territory battles, and they could make it. They could, you know, change it up. You can make it like maybe have like a mini boss in territory battles, like not like the AAT, not like the raid, but like have like a phase where in order to get stars, your guild has to do a certain amount of damage to that boss to achieve a 3-star rating. So there's so many cool ideas they can do with territory battles. If they added a new one. Thank you, Mark. That was a good game.
They've led us into a trap. Brace for impact.
Yeah, because there's a lot of characters from Clone Wars they can add. I mean, they can add. I mean, there's clones for one. There's a ton of clones. What? Let's see. They can add mainly droids. I think separatists was something they could add. They can add like a 501st trooper, just like a generic trooper. Padme. I mean, heck, you could even make the setting for the next territory battles like the Geonosian Battle Arena. I mean, that would be super, super sick. And it'd be easy to do because when you switch sides, you're fighting a bunch of Jedi, which we already have a bunch of generic Jedi in the game. And then when you're fighting as the Jedi or clones, you just throw a bunch of generic B1s or Geonosian soldiers down. And maybe have one of those monsters be like, you know, a mini raid boss for that specific phase.
Sadly necessary. Form high command.
Oh, the territory battles rewards go out? I didn't even check yet.
Distance fighters have arrived. Don't allow them to complete their attack run.
Yeah, I agree, Raid Side Piece. I've been playing the game since I think I started playing a month after launch.
Protect the generators.
There's so many cool things to do. And I think this has been their best year so far. Like, they've been... I mean, that's why Ranger hasn't had so many rants lately, is because they've just been on it. And they've been... We're halfway through the year, and they've pumped out a lot of content already. I mean... It's great. It really is really cool. I can't wait to see what they do for the rest of the year. Plus, now that Solo's out, you gotta remember, we're not getting a Star Wars movie for about, 18 months. So that gives them a lot of free reign to add a bunch of really cool characters, they've been wanting to add in December if they want to. Because every year in December, they have to, they have deadlines where they have to get out the characters for the movies. Kind of like with Solo, they got out 3 new characters so far, and the movie just came out. But, once Solo, kind of dies out, and they get all the characters done, they can start working on other things in the game, like maybe a General Grievous rework, if that ever happens. So hopefully, I think we'll get a lot of cool stuff in this year, because I think they don't have as much movie deadlines. Now with the TV shows coming next year, we're probably not going to get any characters from the TV shows for a start, because I think it took 3 seasons for Rebels for us to get the characters. Yeah, because we got Thrawn, and he showed up in season 3. Damn it. Just popped in the inbox? Yeah, I'll check it. I'll get it later then. Alright, let me see if I can open up my game real quick. I don't have anything in my inbox. Let me reopen the game and close it. Wrong button. I got a couple things in my inbox. Try not to crash. Oh yeah, I just got all of it right now. Jesus, that's a lot of good stuff. All right, back to Battlefront.
The Supreme Leader will not be happy. They've knocked out the power to our laser. Retaliate. Seek retribution.
Let's change it up. I'm gonna go Galactic Assault. I did in ships for a little bit. Plus gives me a chance to get my rewards real quick. Very nice race side piece. 6-star Hermit Yoda. I don't even remember. No, mine's at, I think mine's at 5 stars. Very, very nice. Got my probe droid to 6 stars just now, though. Hell yeah. So I just need 67 more shards to get him to 7 stars. Very cool. Am I gonna be streaming on Sunday? I gotta. Let me think. I don't know. I might. It might just be super late though, because I just found out I'm gonna be working on Sunday, so that's gonna consume most of my day. But I'll try to stream. It'll probably be super late though. Yeah, if anything, it'll be like it'll be 9 Pacific, which would be midnight Eastern. We'll see. Monday for sure. Definitely be streaming on Monday. Yeah, Wampa. I like Wampa better than Hermit Yoda. I went for Wampa first, mainly because I'm super dark side in the game. But yeah, Wampa's so much fun. I mean, his basic can hit really, really hard in some of the raids. What's that, Grim? Give Wampa a ship? Yeah, if Wampa had a ship, I think we'd be set for life. What would Wampa's ship be? That's a good question. Kind of picturing like Santa's sled, but I don't know. God damn it, come on. Stinger pistol? Ugh. Well, damn, I should not have done that.
Unit together.
Well, look at that! Clean hit!
Yeah, the upgrade music's pretty nice sometimes. I really like Thrawn's upgrade music. How they play his theme from Rebels. It's pretty cool.
You're covered.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty late in the UK. I wasn't working Sunday, but things happened. I'm like, alright, well, that's life.
Walker's crossing the first checkpoint.
Come on. Alright, there we go. I don't know if we'll get a ship raid. I can see a phase in a raid having to do something with ships. Kind of like, I forget who said it on the stream. I think it was the Wednesday night stream where someone said, you know, if they do a Death Star raid, there could be a part where you do the trench run and you need ships. I can't see a whole raid being dedicated to ships unless it's a really short raid.
Running scrambler. Grenade out.
Those things are tough.
Elite ally on the ground!
Charge ready.
Come on, give me one more. Ah, damn it.
Walker's at the
Alright,
shipping line. They're coming too fast.
fine. Ouch. Oh, please don't shoot me. Don't see me, you don't see me. Damn it. It saw me.
Stay close.
Stay
Hit one
close.
of the walkers. Still standing.
Running scrambler.
That was a weird hop.
Grenade deployed.
Severe damage! Walker's coming apart!
Ooh, killed the walker. Wow. Yeah, he definitely saw me.
Going dark. You're doing well so far.
Damn it. Where was the LATSC? Okay, well, that was a TIE fighter.
We going together.
Damn How do you report they didn't get rewards? Wargo, I would restart the game. If you haven't restarted the game, restart the game and you should get it. If you don't, then I would just report on the forums. Or you can do the in-game ticket now, I think, but I would still also do it on the forums. See what they say. The only way you shouldn't get rewards is if you didn't participate in the last territory battles for Dark Side.
Got your back.
Yeah, I had a force close my game as well, just like Rayside P said. I got like I don't know, it was like 6 or 7 inbox messages with rewards, so. Ouch.
Grenade out.
Come on, come on, come on!
Systems damage to the second walker.
Damn it.
We were so close. The second walker is in range of the base. Withdraw and prepare to defend the hangars.
Charge prime.
We couldn't stop the walkers, but we can repel the infantry. Defend the hangars while the evac proceeds. If we lose more ground, we'll have our backs to the wall.
Grenade out. Mine planted. Grenade out. Heads down.
Damn it. Asking your Deoxys.
Got your back.
I'm actually pretty happy about them skipping light side territory battles and giving us dark side rewards because, like I said, Imperial Probe Droid is a little bit harder for a lot of people to get. So now, you know, a lot of people should be catching up with their shards at least. So I think one more dark side territory battle put me at 7 stars on the Probe Droid. The question is, are we going to do Dark Side Territory Battle next, even though we were supposed to do Light Side this time, or are we going to do Light Side first next time? Make up for it.
Grenade deployed.
Ouch.
Together.
And speaking of Imperial Probe Droid, I've been thinking about if and whenever we do get a Separatist rework, I'm wondering if target lock will be a new mechanic for droids, especially dark side droids, because you know we'd have Imperial Probe Droid would have target lock and IG-88, and I'm wondering if we're ever going to get a team. It's like just a giant target lock team that blocks everything. So, like for example, the Zeta on Imperial Probe Droid prevents characters from getting buffs that are target lock, and then IG-88, his Zeta prevents target lock enemies from getting health or protection back. So essentially, you could have a whole team where each individual droid covers an area of the game. Like one of them could be bonus turn meter, the other one could be, you know, counterattacks, assists. So I mean, if you had a full team that did something when target lock was out, that would be a pretty cool droid team, I think.
The rebellion will not be beaten today.
Is Rolo any good? I'm one Light Side Territory Battle from Unlock. I mean, I never see her in Arena, but I know there's a couple heroic Sith teams that use Rolo. I think a Chex Mix team that uses Rolo. She's decent, but she's not like super good. I think she's really good in Light Side Territory battles. That's for sure. But outside of that, I don't think I've ever seen her on Territory Wars, as on defense. So she's all right. I think Captain Han Solo is a lot better for character. I actually see him on a couple arena teams right now. Where the hell am I going? Yep, 1% P3. It's pretty good. Yeah, my guild's finally going to attempt the heroic Sith on June 1st, so we'll see how that goes.
Soldiers of the Order.
I think our GP's like 131 or 132 million, so hoping we finally get it.
But they will not escape. We will claim our rightful prisoners by taking control of this area, meter by meter, starting at the outer memorial. Go!
Ouch.
Let's go. Jammers active.
Yeah, right now I think the one thing I'm working on the most in the game is, I don't know why, but I'm really intrigued by the prestige titles, so I'm really trying to get that Bounty Hunter one. Which is a bit of a pain because I can't find any Wampas. I've only found one. Ooh, very nice, Grim. Yeah, Gru's a great character. I don't have him at 100 yet. I think I'm missing one piece? I think it's the multi-tool. I think I'm missing on him. Yeah, Gru's awesome at 100%.
We're at the memorial. At last, stand ready.
No time to grieve.
Sweet. Yeah, he's got really good Zetas. I just Zeted Dengar. I'm kind of just, like I said, I'm really dark side of my roster, so I'm trying to get my Bounty Hunter team like completely finished. So now I just need to do Bosk's lead and Bosk's unique, and then all my Bounty Hunters will have their Zetas. I really like Greedo Zeta. Greedo Zeta's really awesome.
Alliance tactics. Clear the sector of foes and prepare to march onward. We must destroy the turrets ahead in order to reach the castle. Be bold in your attack. Caution can no longer serve us.
Charges on the eastern turret, powering up.
Watch for resistant sorties.
New ally on site. The resistance should be afraid.
Yeah, I like how they ask if you're sure now, because I accidentally Zeta'd Ezra one time, and that's my only light side Zeta. And it's because I fat fingered the Zeta button.
For demolition.
Let's take them.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I could have Zeta. I don't see how. I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of light side Zetas that are worse than Ezra's. Ezra's isn't bad. It's just it's not top tier.
Set on the west turret.
Grenade in play.
Oh my God, Grim. Yeah, well, I'm not like Tits. I don't accidentally Zeta First Order TIE Fighter pilot. I actually did Zeta First Order TIE Fighter pilot.
T-Money, not Tits.
Oh, T-Money. That's right. I'm sorry. Well, they both start with T, and they're both
That's racist.
both grills. Yeah. That's right.
Deploying explosives at the
That's right. It was T-Money.
It was a Canadian, eh?
Yeah. She says she was sorry.
Yeah, she was sorry, but you know what that was all about.
Poor T-Money.
Right with you.
So what's the have you gotten the first tier done for the Jedi title? Jedi Knight?
No, I'm still working on it.
So I'm assuming the way it works is after you complete the Jedi Knight title, the Jedi Master one will be available.
Correct. It's each one provides like the next one. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I actually stopped doing the Sith because I completed the first tier with Asajj. I just did Asajj and a bunch of tiers. I'm like, oh, this is easy. And then I was like, oh, there's a second tier, and you have to have Dooku at Gear 12. And I'm like thinking, you probably have to have Savage to Gear 12 too. And I'm like, I have him at Gear like 7. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stop on the Sith one for now. Where'd that person go?
I think you made a good call.
Yeah. I'm in the Bounty Hunters one just because, I mean, that's the closest one I have, and it's the hardest one, so...
The west side charges will
I did find one person in my arena that runs Wampa, so what I'm doing is I'm, like, only using my arena attempts when I see that person, but the only problem is after I defeat that person, I have to get bumped down. So I'm just waiting to get bumped down right now, and then I'll fight that person again.
in your path. We will not be delayed between here and the castle. They will try to evacuate the castle via starcraft, and we will stop them. Take the fortress and put an end to this.
Grim, luckily I have no Zetas I regret. I mean, I'm just trying to get all those dark side characters Zeta. That's all I'm trying to do. I think my next Zetas are, you know, the 2 on Bosk. Probably IPD. I don't know after that. I guess I'll start working on my Sith. Oh, speaking of. Wargle says the song "Out for a Rip" should be the Canadian national anthem. Oh, Canada. That's the only part I know. Come on, Maul. Jump higher. Where is the baddies? One that's gonna suck is winning 10 squad arena battles with 5 Jedi. Have I listened to that song? Off the top of my head, I don't remember it. I'll have to listen to it after the end of the stream, but Grim, it wouldn't be that hard. You just gotta drop into like the 500 range in arena, and then you win like 10 in a row. That's all you gotta do. What's so hard about that? I'm hoping the rewards though do. I know some of the rewards do get better. Like I've seen some people saying they're gonna get. You can get an Omega from completing some of the like tier 2 of the titles. So I'm hoping you get some Zetas or something for the the tier 3, tier 4. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, Wargle. No, Grim, I wasn't being sarcastic. Ha ha ha. I'm being serious. That's all you gotta do. Drop to 500. Throw a Yoda, Hermit Yoda, some Barriss, and Anakin, Ahsoka. You're good. And General Kenobi. Just throw those guys in there.
But we're here to fight. Stormtroopers are coming for our buddies in Magic Castle. Best thing we can do is buy time. I say we set up at the memorial, defend there as long as we can. Should be fun, just be careful.
It should be fun, just be careful. What does that mean?
Charge planted.
Not the safest tree to hide behind. What's that thing that Ranger always says about Canada? It's a... What does he say?
Ready.
It's a good day in Canada, therefore a good day in the world.
It's a great day in Canada, and therefore the world.
Okay.
It's from South Park.
I wouldn't know. I've watched like 2 South Park episodes.
It was the Royal Canadian Wedding episode.
Oh.
There we have Sir Terrence and Philip, and their wives, the Queef sisters. Ooh, I think one of them just queefed. And there she is, the new Princess of Canada, coming down. She had now put her hands in the butterscotch pudding. This is tradition. So stupid. They have a big vat of butterscotch pudding, and the prince has to put his hand in the butterscotch pudding, and then the princess has to wipe it off. Okay. As is tradition. Oh no, somebody has knocked over the bowl of butterscotch pudding. That is not tradition. That is not tradition at all. It's a bad day for Canada, and therefore the world. Yes, he does call it Canada. He always says that it's all about drinking shots of maple syrup. Maple syrup and poutine, the food staples of Canada.
What's up, Hollow? Can we play Heroes or not? Yeah, we can play Heroes. If you have my, send me a message on Xbox on my gamer tag. Well, we can do some Hero Showdown. Oh my god, that grenade. Yeah, we'll probably go for like another 30, 40 minutes and then call it.
So I just noticed this is the first time I'm using my Galactic War squad selection tab in months.
Okay.
And I have squads in there that used to be like the turn meter feeding teams. You know, back when the strategy was getting turn meter on squads in like the first 6 nodes and then like
You mean
beating
like
the other
a year and
one.
a half ago?
Yeah, and I have all these squads in my GW tab. I'm like, what the hell? Why would I ever use these teams in Galactic War now?
They're awesome.
I basically just emptied it completely out.
I've had to run only Boba and Dengar for Galactic War because I'm trying to get Boba's contract completed. But if I run a full team, I kill them so fast. So I have to run only two tunes, and then on like the 12th node, I'll run a full team. Because for Boba's contract, I have to let the enemy have at least one turn. Otherwise, the contract doesn't activate, which is really stupid.
Yeah, I have one for Jedi, one for Night Sisters for the Asajj Sith one, and then I'm making one for Fulcrum right now.
There was somebody that put out a little video where you can do like the Asajj and the Jedi one at the same time. If you have like if you have somebody that has Asajj for their leader, you can use them as their ally and then run a team of 5 Jedi.
Yeah, in Cantina. But you have to face a node that has a Jedi in it, and yeah, the one I'm doing isn't heavy in that.
Oh, Coleman, that's right. Okay, yeah, I'll send you an invite as soon as I'm done with this match. Yeah, sorry, Hall. I forgot your. I forgot. I'm always trying to remember people's names, but you know, when you have a different YouTube name and Xbox name, I sometimes forget. I mean, there's. I mean, Xboxes are expensive, the new ones, but if you can find the Xbox, I think it's called Xbox One S. It's like a white version. It's like an Xbox One, but it's like a mini version. I think it's $200 US, brand new. If you can find it, because it was an old bundle that came out where like it came with like Battlefield 1 or like some other game, but there was some bundles where it was like $200, one controller, Xbox. Doesn't come with the Kinect because the Kinect is dead now. But if you really look, that's a weird poser, Finn. If you're looking for Xboxes, I mean, you don't have to buy the new one. The Project Scorpio or whatever, or the Xbox. What's the new one called, Finn? Finn?
No clue.
Like Xbox One X? Yeah, the Xbox One X. Stupid. I don't know. It's a weird name. That's the really expensive one. All right. Thought I added you. Oh, there we go. So get the friend thing, get that taken care of. Alright. See how we're doing our challenges, by the way. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Defeat Boba Fett as Han Solo, okay. And then defeat 10 enemies. We're either boss, because Boba's present. Okay. Cool. So we'll do Hero Showdown. Leave the group to start a new match. What? The heck happened? Alright, leave the group. Won't let me invite him to a game. The Xbox One X is only good if you have a 4K TV and you want to game in like the best possible way. I mean, I have the original Xbox One and it's looks like crap compared to the One S. And even like super crap compared to the Xbox One X. But the One S is still, you know, it's quieter, it's smaller, and it's not too bad. Okay. Let me see if I can get him in here. What's going on? No, I don't want to reply. Let me invite him to game.
I'm facing a team in Galactic War with the Scavenger Ray lead.
Ooh. Very nice.
Because she has the best leader ability in all of the game.
She has that plot armor. Coleman, it's not letting me invite you for whatever reason. Not sure if you're appearing offline or what, but I'm gonna give it another couple minutes and then I'll start HUV. I can't send it. Won't let me invite you.
They just put out an update.
For Galaxy Heroes?
Yeah. Fleet Arena Crystal Rewards have been expanded to celebrate the ship updates. Ranks 26 through 50 will now receive a crystal payout.
That's too nice. I'm pissed. Well, that just means even when I don't try for Fleet, I will be getting crystals. Yeah, well, let me send the invite. Yeah, you have to. I'm pretty sure you have to be at the main menu. Otherwise, I can't load a game. That's why I had to leave the group. You have to be at the main menu so we can join together. Oh, what's the? Did they increase the #1 rank rewards or no?
They didn't say. They just said 26 through 50 will now receive crystal payout.
And they didn't say how much?
No, I'm checking in game right now.
Okay. Still not letting me invite you to the game. I don't know if you're appearing offline or not, but it's not letting me invite you.
Yeah, I think it meant 21 through 50, not 26.
I was gonna say that would suck if you hit like 25.
Yeah, no, you get nothing. You have to drop a rank or game. I'm pretty sure it's a typo, but they haven't. It's not in game yet. I think it's coming out soon. It's the content update for today.
Coming soon, TM? What?
Well, they actually listed it as content update for today, so it's probably going to drop shortly.
Ooh, spicy.
Just more things for RSG to take credit for.
Take credit for what?
The fleet. We suggested it yesterday, and now there's crystals.
Yeah, I've also suggested that a lot of other things, but
Yeah, well, it didn't happen yet. Once it happens, then you take credit for it. That's the RSG way. We take credit for everything if we ever said it on the stream ever.
Oh, Hero Showdown? Okay.
They have made some interesting other changes, too.
Yeah, I suggested we get rid of all the rebels. And just...
So Tuesday, the guild activity has been changed from galactic war battles to just spending energy.
Oh, good. I like that.
Yeah, especially with the quests and everything, and people manualing galactic war. I think that's a smart move.
Overlord, am I gonna do? Wait, well, am I gonna do Battlefront 1 at night? Maybe not today. Monday, possibly. Possibly. Yeah, I'm probably only gonna go for like another 30 minutes on this and then the stream at 8 Eastern. Yeah, it sucks tomorrow. I have to drive about 2 hours to go to work. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Grim says, so it looks like it's happening right now.
Yeah, my client just updated.
Oh, wow. Cool. Extra crystals. That's always very nice of CG.
Please join me in welcoming today's contestants. They have joined us here in this arena, coming from all corners of the galaxy to do battle across the eras. May the best side prevail.
Don't let sorrow escape. All about time.
The Trandoshan is out of the...
Oh, fantastic. No, I can't do this. You're right, Ray.
I know what you're planning.
Kira's in game.
When's her event start?
Now.
Okay, guys, stream's ending right now. Just kidding. Gotta get me that Kira.
Maybe I can stream mine. I'll see if I can get my stream set up and do the Kira event.
So close to dying.
Turn over your commander.
Jesus, Ray, get off my nuts. That's the only time you'll ever hear me say that is in this game.
Say farewell.
Oh.
Too slow.
21 to 50, get 50 crystals.
That's like the same for a regular arena. I'm cool with that.
No more.
It's a little less, but yeah. I mean, if you scale it, it's about the same.
Confuse and conquer.
What the heck are these cables that are just kind of like here?
Regular arena 21 to 50 is 150, but they give more on the top end, so.
Burn it all.
A terrible turn of events for the resistance.
It sucks for somebody that just had their payout and missed the the top 50 payout.
Oh, I know, right? Well, I mean, it's 50 crystals. I mean, are you really going to cry over it?
Well, depends on the person.
50 crystals. It's not that big of a deal. It's credits you didn't have before. So it's not like you're missing out on anything.
Let me see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can set up my stuff to stream the Kira event.
Yeah.
To me, the enemies of the First Order fall today.
Abandon the fight at once.
Would have been something special. Too bad. Mistakes predicted.
Mark says that's what the turbo laser should be. Yeah, now that I think about it, that is what the turbo laser should have been. Huh. Weird. I wonder if they removed the turbo laser. I don't think they did. I want to look over it as soon as I spawn in the Palpatine. Oh my god, it's gone. I hear somebody by me.
Walker approaches.
I'm adding some people to the call B.
Yay, more voices.
That aren't just in your head.
Well, that's true. How weird, the turbo laser's completely gone.
Perfect timing.
Hey, Grim.
So this makes two characters that can do AoE staggers.
Krennic and her?
Mm-hmm.
I still think Krennic's is better.
Actually, wait. Krennic's... Oh yeah, Krennic's did do AoE stagger, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that makes three characters that can AoE stagger.
Hold?
Sabine,
Sabine?
Sabine, Kira, and Krennic. Oh, we might see the dawn of a stagger lock freaking team.
Yeah, but the damage isn't there on their attacks. Sabine's is probably the only one that has a lot of damage. The only one that's... I think Krennic's still is the best because of what that ability does. It calls in a Death Trooper to assist with the basic, which means technically if you do it correctly, the target you're hitting, the person you're targeting, will lose all their turn meter because Krennic staggers, Death Trooper assists with a basic, which could stun and daze, and cool thing is, it also revives Death Trooper, too, if Death Trooper's dead. So it's like, you stagger, and if you stagger the whole team, that means Death Trooper's going to revive with 20% health, I believe, per debuffed enemy, so...
Not to mention, Kira looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, her outfit looks really cool. I really like how, it's cool to see a female role that's not like a sleazy outfit. As much as I would love to see a Slave Leia, but her outfit I think just looks super badass.
You're ring. Did you mean to call me, or was that accidental?
That was Finn. He just wanted to get more people in here.
Well, fuck yeah. Let's rock and roll. What are we doing?
Hey, language.
Hey, we're not streaming, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Whoops.
Excuse me, I did not mean to say that out loud.
Well,
The views of Crow and Cobra don't reflect the views of the non-mature RSG stream.
Yes, excuse me. I was just. I'm coming off a rant because let me tell you, I hate freaking ships. I don't care what anybody says. I got my first today. Took me 5 freaking battles to go from 7 to god dang first. I effing hate it. So, excuse me right now. I apologize.
Oh, Cobra, there's a big ship update. You probably haven't updated your phone yet. That's what the problem is. Update your phone. Ships 2.0 just came out. You're going to love it.
Oh, no, I hate it. But I'm glad they give that crystals for the top 50. That is nice of them, though, to give crystals for somewhere I'm never going to be.
I guess. I mean, it's extra crystals, so I don't think anyone's going to complain over that.
No, it's cool. They finally expanded it to the 20 to 50 guys. I mean, that is definitely.
Yeah, just so you guys know, there is a new event for Kira. I'm trying to get my stuff set up, and then once V is done here, we'll start a new one for Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, I haven't got my territory battle rewards yet either. I see everybody in chat saying, "Oh, I got my."
They're coming in staggered. Yeah, some people in my guild have gotten it, some haven't. I haven't gotten.
Try doing a forced restart of your game. That Ray's side piece and myself had to do a forced close on our game, and it popped up in the mail when I started the game back up.
It just did a client restart. Should I just force close the whole game and try it?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it caught me right at the end of my ship battle, and I had some dude I've never seen before snipe me in arenas. Like, what is going on today? Like, Friday was so cool, like 2 hours ago. What happened? How you guys doing?
Good.
I've lost my freaking lighter again.
Man, sounds like the sky's falling. I mean, you hit ships, you lost your lighter, you know, people are sniping you, you don't know who they are.
I know, it's like, what is going on today? Like I said, I mean, just a short time ago, man, I was having a ball. Oh, there it is. It's sitting right beside of me.
Ship sucks. I'm getting sniped by random people. I lost my lighter.
What's the world coming to?
Well, I do remember Chrome talking about eating a lighter on one of the streams, so that might be where you lost it.
Well, most of mine just tend to like get the flint broke in. I guess where they get struck 1,000 times a day or whatever. But like it'll have a full thing of fluid, but I can't strike it. So I've had rough times where I use one lighter to strike another lighter because the flint's broken on one, but the other one's out of fluid. So you know, you make do.
And then you eat it.
And then I eat it. I get hungry too. I'm human.
Oh, I never throw away a lighter that still has fluid in it, whether it works or not.
Yeah, I've got.
You never know when you might need one.
Yep, them good eats.
Well, it's good, you know, light a candle up and, you know, just reach over and strike it off the candle. I do that with a lot of matches. Like, I love to smoke my cigarettes with a match. So I'll take, like, the long wooden matches, I'll light up my cigarette, and then dip it out, but dip it in the wax where the wax covers the end, you know, and just light my cigarette over and over with that. It's so much better than a lighter taste. I guess it's like the butane or whatever, but it's so much cleaner and healthier for you like that.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, Mark. That was an easy round.
Well,
I'm liking this marquee. This marquee is good.
I'm getting ready to do it myself. I just seen it, you know, when it popped up a while ago, but I was waiting to calm down so I can actually, you know, soak it in and enjoy it.
Okay.
So, did you know that Mother Talzin, if she has plague on everybody and everybody ends up getting stagger on them, she triggers all the staggers?
Isn't it the same with
her basic?
Oh. oh, I see what you're saying. Huh.
Yeah, you know how when she shocks somebody that has plague already on them, it deals damage to all the other characters that have plague on them as well? it triggers stagger.
Did Palpatine used to work like that too? Like the old Palpatine?
I think his the heal where he shocked everybody, I think that one triggered it too at one time, and then they went whoops and fixed it.
That's cool.
Can't have nothing in this game without them fixing it.
It used to trigger Deathmark. It was funny.
Oh, okay. I you know, yeah.
Got to do a hand-holding tutorial. Like, I don't mind the tutorials, but there's way too much hand-holding going on with these things.
Ray's side piece in chat says, spoilers, here comes Ouchie.
These are the good kind of spoilers.
Was that popping up in my... Was that popping up in Skype, or what?
Yeah, somebody said I'll be back in 15-20 minutes PM.
Mark says, guys, what's up with your chat? What's up with your chat? How have I got your symbol on my posts?
Say what?
I don't know. Infinity said it's a bug in YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube has been having some issues with their chat system here recently on live streams. Like sometimes the moderator wrench will show up on people that don't have it, and the sponsor logo that some of our guys have will show up on people that aren't sponsors. And yeah, good old YouTube.
It's weird because I don't even see the wrench on Mark or the sponsor logo.
I was wondering,
okay, bonus tier time.
I heard somebody talking about that yesterday, maybe in chat or something like that. I was wondering what the hell they was talking about.
Jeez Louise. Somebody's mic's giving off a lot of feedback.
That would be Chrome.
What feedback are you hearing?
Sounds like got a fan.
Sounds like a fan or.
Hold on.
Something.
Is it this fan? Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you driving with your window down again?
No, I got a fan going on in the bedroom. I didn't know if y'all could hear. I had it running at lunch. Nobody said anything.
Hey,
I couldn't hear it.
David Hernandez. Is that Ouchie?
I'm not David Hernandez.
No, I was looking in chat. I know who you are, Ouchie.
David Hernandez sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you have a lovely
he
voice,
definitely
David
does.
Hernandez.
Maul, why does your lightsaber have no sabers? Okay. This is cool.
You know,
Run out of batteries?
I'm looking at Kira. Her outfit reminds me a lot of, what was it, the 1940s or 50s era outfits?
Yeah, she's kind of got an Agent Carter sort of look.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, Peggy Carter. I love her.
I like it. I like the look.
And she looks good in a cape, too.
Everyone looks good in capes.
Does she have a cape in the game? I didn't see.
No, she doesn't.
Keep.
It's the one where with the white jacket and the skirt.
Oh, okay. The art for her marquee event is really good. Excuse my son making a lot of noise upstairs. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, and now he's coming down here to bother me.
Isn't that what kids are for, though?
Oh, God. And to give parents their germs. He gave me his cold, so now I'm all sniffly.
Yeah, just a reminder for anyone that's just joining. We're not doing any solo spoilers for 2 weeks, so anybody does spoilers, you'll get temporary banned. So.
Didn't Han got no Han die in Solo?
What?
So doesn't Han die in the new Solo movie?
Well, he lives, but he does die.
Well, we all die eventually, you know. So that person lied to me. They told me he got killed at the end of Han Solo. God, I'm so mad.
Yeah, they use the Soul Stone to bring him back.
So I'm looking at Krennic's stagger. He only has a 70% chance to stagger with his AoE.
Right, but if you look at his leader. His leader gives him potency, so... I mean, that's if you're running him as a leader, but yeah, the 70% stagger is not the best, but that ability does so much more, so...
Yeah, and Sabine's and Kira's, it's you know, it gives them stagger, and of course, unless they resist it, but it's a 100% chance.
Oh, there goes Kylo.
And of course,
I'd be tempted to buy that pack, except that I bought the stupid ship reinforcement materials pack.
I wouldn't say that's stupid.
Well, it's not helping.
No, yeah, I think it's a little bit early. It's an early.
Yeah, I'd say hold off for right now. Wait for like Warrior or an Arnold or Smithy to give us some actual test account footage of how well she works before tossing cash at it.
I wouldn't even care if she was a cup level tune.
I mean, I'm gonna get her up. Good.
You know, I love people that have AoE abilities that, you know, control abilities like AoE days and the AoE stagger. Another AoE stagger character is, and she's hot too. So there you go.
That makes it all worth it.
That's right, Nathaniel Morgan. Kira is hot with a WT.
HAWT.
Hot.
I will agree with whoever said that. She's pretty cute.
Well, is she pretty cute or is she hot? Which one is it?
She's both.
Well, that's my hot, pretty cute. If I say you're pretty cute, it means you're definitely very hot. I just don't come out and be like, yeah, she's hot. I'm like, yeah, she's pretty cute. She ain't bad.
Should she be like the next like pink Power Ranger, please?
Oh, Kimberly. Woo.
Back in the day.
Kimberly was a cutie too. I mean, she wasn't no Kelly Kapowski or nothing, but you know, she alright.
Yeah, we already banned Finn. Finn did a bunch of stupid spoilers about the Solo movie earlier. He's like, comes in the chat randomly as I'm like talking. I didn't even know he was in Skype. He's like, I'm gonna spoil the movie. I'm like, no, Finn, and I'm like, crap. And then he's like, Han Solo lives, and I'm like, oh my God, Finn, just shut up and get out of here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what other characters we get from the movie. I'm sure we'll get a couple more.
I want young Lando, daggone.
Yeah, we need that Lando.
Well, there's already been... Did you guys see the leaked image of... not of Lando, but I guess the Google Play Store had an image of... You know how it's Han and Chewie right now for the game icon?
Yeah.
There was one of Han and Lando. I guess it got taken down.
Well, it's kind of a given that we're going to get baby Lando in the game, so... I mean, if they don't, I mean, seriously? Somebody's getting fired if they don't put that in the game.
I just pulled up tier 1 of the marquee, and it had my Ewok squad in there. Ewoks with Kira.
Oh, thanks, Ice.
It was cute.
Wallow. Man for subbing.
Ice, ice, baby.
Daniel Morgan says, Thrawn is the only other tune that'll kick, stomp you in the ground. Therefore, Kira is just as good as Thrawn, and that's science. That's right, that is science.
Yeah, that is science.
Kira equals Thrawn.
I think by that last, she means no.
I don't know. The
She's
way
better.
females talk about Thrawn is kind of equivalent to the way guys talk about Kira.
Oh yeah.
The way Tits talks about Thrawn is daggone triple X-rated some nights.
Yeah, honestly,
I
I'm
don't
not
think
in
that's
that
too far
crowd.
off with Kira.
I'm not in that crowd.
She's cute. She alright.
I don't get with Smurfs.
Well, you're not a fan of the Blue Man Group?
No, she prefers people with box chests.
I say, what's wrong with Smurfs?
Box chest.
She has a thing for hefty. We all know it.
The more square their body, the better. And the higher the pants, woo-wee, Ouchie's a fan.
It was, yeah, I don't know why the costume director put him in that. He should be fired.
I don't know.
I
Maybe,
still
maybe
like
it was
the
a personal
Funko.
choice.
It's not.
I mean, you know.
He's like, guys, I have a really gross belly button, and I don't want to show it on camera. Is it okay if I just hike my pants up?
Wait, you haven't seen Adam Driver naked?
No.
He doesn't have a gross belly button.
Oh, have y'all seen the preview for the new movie he's in?
Nope.
It's something that, God, what's the name of it?
It's Terry Gilliam's Don Quixote movie? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, it's something to do like the Klansman. It's like a comedy about the KKK. I can't remember the name of it. It's like Grand Klansman or something, but...
Oh, no, I've not seen that.
What's the name of that? I just seen a preview for it a night or two ago, and I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It looks hilarious. It's got, oh man, who's the guy? He used to do a little show where he rode around in the car with you, and you had to sing music and stuff like that. I can't think of his name. He was in the Hot Tub Time Machine or something. But that guy's in it. The black guy, he's in it with Adam Driver or something. But it's like they infiltrate a KKK clan, and it's funny. It looks really, really good. But yeah, I was like, oh goddamn, there's Kylo. Like, what is he doing in here? I wouldn't know him. And what was that TV show he was in?
Girls?
Yeah, Girls. Yeah, I wouldn't know him from that. The only reason I know he was in that is because I've heard it on other stuff. It's kind of bugging me now that I don't know the name of that movie. I'm gonna have to look it up. KKK movie with Adam Driver. I never thought I would ever type that in a Google search in my life.
You're on a list somewhere now for typing that.
Here it is. Black Klansman. That's the name of the movie. Adam Driver and John David Washington. Yeah, definitely check out the trailer on it because it looks hilarious.
I really enjoyed, God, I always forget the name. Oh, Logan Lucky with Adam Driver and Channing Tatum. That was great.
I'll post it in Discord right here so y'all can enjoy it. I mean, I know I'm a dude, but I just don't see how any woman would find Adam Driver attractive. Maybe I'm just missing something.
He's not the ugliest, but yeah, I agree with Comb. I'm like
he's pretty freaking ugly. You know what I'm saying?
That's terrible.
I mean,
no.
He's not what you would. I mean, okay, him and Bill Murray. Sure. Like I would put Bill Murray on the same level as Adam Driver. You think Bill Murray's attractive?
Yes.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll shut up. Personality goes a long way. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, when he was younger, sure.
Oh, I loved him in Ghostbusters. His favorite role. I mean, my favorite role of him is still Ghostbusters. I think it's 2.
Graham, are you keeping? Did you retract those messages already?
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea how to ban people. I don't think I have admin privileges, so that's kind of you and.
Are people saying bad things in the chat?
No, there's some people that were doing like fake spoilers.
Oh, well, I'll jump in chat too. So take a little.
Yeah, I gave him a warning. I said, don't even joke about spoilers. We have 0 tolerance for that. So yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing with Chewie. Damn it.
Yeah, they were on a mobile stream yesterday. There was one guy, his name was Hiet, but he kept saying, like, it wasn't spoilers, but, it wasn't not spoilers. And I was like, alright, that's about enough of that,
Spoilers are spoilers. There's not really a gray line in that area.
I mean, it wasn't movie spoilers. He was just, like teasing about old movies, but, if you let it go on a little bit, it's going to snowball where he really lets a spoiler go. It's just kind of like he was gradually building up on stuff.
Telling the ending to every movie ever.
Something like that. Let's just put
it this way,
in Citizen Kane, Rosebud is his sled.
If you spoil one of the new movies in our channel, I will happily ban you.
Oh, and Finn and Ranger and Grande will be happy that we happily banned you.
I'll happily pretend ban you because I don't have privileges to do that, but I'm doing it in my
I will ban the F out of you. Do it.
None of
no,
you
really don't. I don't want to ban nobody. Just have fun and chat. Citizen Kane is a great movie. That's like probably a top 3 movies for the lifetime of humanity.
I was forced to watch it in school, so I didn't. When they do that to you, you tend to not pay attention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. They did that to me with that movie, and I remember Schindler's List. They made us watch that in school.
Hey, at least they made us watch Willy Wonka.
I remember in high school, I had a professor. I think he got fired the year after I graduated. He played a Grindhouse movie.
What?
Wow.
Guess what the class was?
Art.
Freaking geometry.
What?
This dude was weird.
Awesome.
This dude was super weird. We were all like disturbed watching this movie. We're like, why do we have to watch this movie? What do we have to do with math? He's like, the main character is dealing with a lot of life problems. We're like, yeah, he's tried killing himself twice already, and he's masturbated and done a bunch of weird shit. I don't care.
Oh, that was Death Proof, wasn't it?
I don't remember
what the hell,
it was.
Rutabaga? What the?
It's really weird. Rutabaga.
The Grindhouse movies were pretty weird.
It was weird. I was like, why do I have to watch this in geometry?
Is it like Clockwork Orange weird?
No. Clockwork Orange is a masterpiece. This was just like...
Oh, dude, Clockwork Orange was amazing.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I love it, but, I mean, we gotta be a little honest. It is a little quirky.
No, yeah, I hated geometry, but no, Clockwork Orange it's quirky, but it's a piece of art. It is.
It really
is.
It really is.
The film.
Well, it was also made in a time when almost everybody was on drugs, so...
That could be right now for me, I'm just saying.
Trust me, the movie makes sense.
What are you talking about? You can't even find your lighter.
Oh, and by the way, drugs are bad.
Yeah, definitely do not do drugs.
Alright, we'll do one more round. One more round of Hero Showdown, and then we'll finish the Battlefront stream, and then we'll do...
Well, I have the stream starting at 8.
Okay, so... We're gonna win super fast. Well, actually,
you
no,
can do it. I'll change the time. I'll make it 8:15.
We're waiting.
Finish up your battle.
Well, we're waiting for 2 more players, anyways. I don't even know if we're gonna get another match.
Hey, Graham, how was the bonus tier on the Khaleesi?
It's up to you. Do you want to do a match? I used
Night Sisters, so it was easy.
Oh, okay.
Close this one out.
Let's close it out. Let's stay on time. Let's try to show Ranger that YouTube's not burning when he's gone.
We can be punctual too, Ranger.
Oh, right. God. So, I'm on the Sith Agent 2 of 4.
Well,
Defeat
hold on. Let's close out this stream
galactic... Oh, sorry.
No worries. So for those of you guys that are watching us, Go ahead, B.
Oh, hello, saying please wait. I'm about to level up Bosk. Fine. Fine. Since you're patient, yeah, we'll wait. Here, how about this?
Well, you can play. We just won't have to stream this. We'll start the.
Yeah. We'll do one more match, Holo. We're just not gonna stream this. So go ahead and close it out, Finn, because.
All right, guys. So for those of you guys that are watching, thanks for watching the Battlefront stream with B. And if you're interested, we are about to start a Galaxy of Heroes stream. So if you guys subscribe to the channel and click the little bell, you'll get a notification of when we're starting. But since you're here, just stay on the channel. Go back to our channel main page, and you'll be able to see the event that's up. So see you guys soon.
TM.
V, you can stop your stream.
Okay.